Hey, what's going on, everyone? This is G and Benj, and welcome to Monday Night Madness. Daylight Savings. Who the hell wanted daylight savings? Saving? Saving. Not me. Benj is just freaking out because that's what Benj does. So we got a first in best dress, which is Paul Styles. Welcome. We have another Paul Styles in the Hyper Sapien chat. We have a Roger the Pirate. Hi, King of SA, they named Paul, and King of Australia, they named Funkin' Hungary. Roger's getting his pronouns correct. I wonder the legendary Donna, Queen Donna, is two legends on the panel. Oh,
Yes,
there's only
that's
one.
right. Two legends.
What the Funkin'? What the Funkin' hell? It says there's one
What?
in the chat. Did everyone leave us? If no one gets up in panel, I'm going to leave in under an hour. That's what we do here. We have AJJJ, hey AJJ. Good day, lads, and good day, AJJ. So anyway, what's how do we do this panel? Um, I've had a reasonable day. How was everyone else's or whatever? But anyway,
Okay.
how are you there, Mr. Benj?
I feel like
B,
throwing a tantrum. I feel like throwing a tantrum over these hot chips that I cannot eat because I'm sick of this. I'm sick of the arguing.
is it because it's too hot now for chips, hot chips? You have to eat cold
Yeah.
chips in this sort of weather. Yeah, I might not be able to do
Yeah.
as many hot food reviews, spicy food reviews, because this Australian weather's starting to get crazy. Hey G, Benj, and everyone else in the chat. Hello, Cody, the Aussie, Alistair Fambroni. Ah, Roger's getting a bit excited in here. He's very happy. He's not just happy, he's very happy. And everyone knows what happens when Roger gets very happy. There you go, Roger. You're an hour behind me. Well, lucky you're not too close behind me, otherwise I might get a bit weirded out. An hour's probably, enough distance behind me. Oh, the old BG. Oh, BE. BE? Call for the hot chips.
BG.
BE. Yeah. Yeah, I should start
Bloody hell.
reviewing icy poles, even though they're really better to have when it's winter because they don't melt. I don't want to sit there and have all sticky stuff on my fingers, or do I? 8 p.m. Yeah, it's weird. It's starting to get dark now. What is this? This is like it's like Back to the Future in the chat. That's all right, Roger. I'm sure he'll forgive you, or maybe he won't.
I don't think I will after that. I think they're just taking it over the line.
Yeah, it was a little bit too much there, Roger. And I can't even sip on tea like Kermit anymore.
No.
Yeah, time zones and daylight saving, and I don't know what we're saving. I guess daylight, right? Uh, gotta love humidity, right? 26 degrees here today. Pretty sure it's, what is it here? It's 27 here right now. I know it was in its 30s today, about 31. Paul must be living in a different planet, a planet where it's cool. Keep it cool and keep it low. Yeah, so we got people watching, but they're not talking. Is it to Ozzy and his boyfriend Ron and their sex slave Robbo, the disabled vlogger? 36 and windy today. That sounds a little bit average. All right, no worries, man. Have a good dinner. So what did you get up to today, Ben? Your school holidays, is it? Or do you,
Yeah. Slept in. I slept in. I enjoyed it.
how long did you sleep in till 5 minutes ago?
Yep. Nah, 11, 11-ish. I think. I can't even
Oh,
remember,
yeah.
but I had a good sleeping.
So what about all that schoolwork? Did you have to do schoolwork in the holidays, or did they let you off?
Nah, I gotta do some. They haven't let me off fully. The bastards.
Yeah. Wonder if the teachers have to do homework?
Nah.
They should. I reckon that they should start doing homework as well. Why should just the students do it? I
Oh,
reckon the
let me.
students should get them to do some homework. They should
I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna eat
turtle
my
chip.
chips.
Is that a chocolate flavored or is it churro? Ah, supposedly we look like warriors.
Ooh,
Oh,
Warhammer Warrior.
oh, wow. A cool change coming on Wednesday in 25, so a little relief. That's all right, Cody. Everyone needs a little relief every now and again, as long as it's just a little bit. Supposedly, if you do it too much, you go blind, I've heard. So, yeah, just make sure it's a little relief, nothing too strenuous.
I heard it also like when you give yourself too much relief on like them certain apps like FetLife and stuff, like you end up like with your legs not working at
No,
times. You
no,
know?
I think you just start wearing a hat that needs to be washed. Hmm, yeah, not too dirty. Still got a bit of time. So, how's FetLife been? Anything interesting happened on it, or any golden showers recently?
No, no golden showers, no golden showers, but a couple fists in there, you know, throw a bit of
Uh,
fisting in there.
throw up a fist in the chat. Give us
Mario,
a bit of a
Super
fist in the
Mario
chat.
type of fist.
FetLife. I'm surprised Paul doesn't know about that. We have a fake Roger lurking in the background. That's all right. We must have upset someone. There's a troll around. There's a troll coming. I reckon Roger likes a good golden shower. He says it's very refreshing. A fake me needs booting. Come up here and give him the royal prawn. Yeah, it's probably too hot to go into car parks at the moment. You're going to give us a food review there? Are they decent or not? I guess they're decent because you're keeping shoveling them in.
They're usually $6 a packet, but I got them on special for $3.50.
Oh yeah, yeah. $6 is a bit rich. Aren't they like African or some shit?
Asian, of course.
Oh yeah, those crazy Asians. What are they going to come up with next? Oh,
Oh, now it's just me. Dylan. Hey, Dylan.
hey Dylan, how's the fish tacos trading you? Hey Becky, how's those fishing adventures going for you? Had any fishy fingers lately? Fish fingers? Supposedly you'd be up all night eating them. I don't think they'll last them that long. Uh, so yeah, I had to eat dinner like a madman to get on stream because, like always, I wasn't prepared. I was too busy painting green men, little green men. Hey there, King Roger. Well, even Dylan is onto it. I went fishing today, but I only seen baby fish. I only know one person that would like baby fish, and he doesn't do YouTube lives anymore. But should be going again next weekend. Sounds alright. What do you reckon the baby fish will be all grown up by then? Uh, um, yeah. No, I didn't end up going today. It was too bloody hot. And yeah, it's only just getting dark now. So I might normally when it's daylight saving, I normally go later in the evening just 'cause I like going when it's dark and it's cooled down a bit. So I might start walking. I used to walk about 7, 8 when it's daylight saving, and it normally it's earlier when it's not. But yeah, because I was contemplating, shall I go live or not? Because I have the ceiling light globe lighting thingy-majig on. I have the ring lights, and yeah, it's obviously hot as. But I couldn't let people down. See, that's what they say about me. They say he can't let people down. Wearing my Bronny hat. Brony? Is that Brony? I was thinking it was like sports related at first, and then I'm like, no, that's Brony. My rainbow dash shirt and long pants as today is 9 years since I became a brony. Posted a picture on my community tab. Oh, everyone better go over and give him some finger help. Sounds like there's a bit of eye candy going on there. I'm sure Dylan would appreciate it. Dylan likes a bit of eye candy. Roger's getting excited. What did he say before? That he's very happy or whatever. I bet he's very, very, very happy now after hearing that. There's a bit of flirting going on in the chat. So how are you there, Dylan? I saw that you really enjoyed your Whiskey River Whopper the other day. Another solid 10 out of 10. Have you ate those cinnamon twisties yet, Cody? Or are they still sitting there? It's if they don't have a section on YouTube for just the community. Oh, I didn't even have to look up his. I didn't even have to look up his channel. If they don't have a section on YouTube. Because I opened up YouTube for some reason, it started bloody playing my video live. Oh, very snazzy there, Cody. Sorry, don't excuse me as I read this post, this community tab. And still bucking proud, he says. A bit of tomfoolery, Cody reckons. I'm gonna write back to Cody while I'm live. Let's do it live, hey? I'm gonna say I'm live. Yeah, looking very snazzy there, Cody. See, I'm not into what is it, My Little Pony or whatever. I'm just into boring shit like DC Comics or whatever. I'm a boring git. Oh, that's all right. My bad. I fucking already. You already told me. Don't mind me. I must have been drunk. But anyway, we have someone backstage. Does everyone know who Fig Jam is? But welcome to the chat, Fig Jam. Benji's looking scared. Say hello, Benji, to Fig Jam. There you go, Fig Jam.
Benji! What are you doing, you motherfuckers?
Yeah, just
That didn't look too good, just saying.
yeah. That's why I spoke to Benji about it before I went live. I was going to remove it from the screen, but decided not to.
You got no beard anymore.
Yeah, I know. I've shaved it too short. Looks bloody terrible. It was pretty. No, you're not going to mention it.
I
You did,
don't
though.
I don't say horrible things to people. I just said you don't have a beard anymore. I didn't say anything bad about it.
What do you mean horrible stuff? Why did you go there?
Because you just said it's incinerating.
Oh, well, may as well say the horrible shit now. You've mentioned it.
You look way better with a beard, motherfucker.
Yeah, when I posted on Facebook and like when I went bloody live on Saturday, everyone's like, "Oh, it looks heaps good." I'm like, "What are they saying? They're all lying to me."
It's still sort of there anyway.
Yeah, it's been a couple. Well, I did a number 2, but normally when I go to the hairdressers, number 2 or the barber, I should say. Normally number 2's not this short, but on my shitty clippers, it was like as soon as I took some off, I'm like, "Yeah, that looks terrible."
You might have to do a number 4 or something.
Yeah, I reckon it's because I was using like a beard trimmer, and I reckon it's different than using like hair
Yeah.
clippers. But
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
a couple more days, and then I can like hide myself behind my beard again.
it's like, isn't it fucked that we can't grow face beards?
Yeah, if it was just all over, then I'll just
Everything, and
keep
you
it
just
like
have these
Afro
eyes.
style.
It's just like these fucking eyes.
They're like binoculars coming out, like a snail.
I wish I could do that.
Yeah, because then you can enter a room, but you can look and see who's there before you fully get inside. You can decide if you want to go in or not. Just your eyes, you look and you're like, "Nah, fuck that, back off, get the hell out of there." Yeah, I'd do that I'd do that all the time if I could.
Benji, you're a bit fucking quiet, mate. What's going on?
Just listening to your cunts.
Your cunts.
Your
I don't have a
cunts.
cunt.
Yeah.
Your
Yeah.
cunts.
Did you hear
mean
that?
you cunts?
Did you hear that, Queefin?
Yeah.
I was trying to keep that up. I was trying to keep that down low.
Nah. I
I
can
knew
pick that up.
I knew I should have muted it because I felt a bit of wind down there, and I thought I better mute myself because that's going to be heard by everyone, and thought I'd get away with it.
Nope. The king of Comeday. Mickey's the king of Comeday.
What? I'm the what?
The king of Comeday.
What the fuck's that mean?
I don't know. Ask Roger.
Roger, I got no fucking idea what you're on about. Gimme. Don't do that. No. Oh, fucking hell. Oh, I don't want to go back to work tomorrow. Shit, just had 4 days off. I'm like not in work mode at all.
That's all right. You can start taking shit out of us, and that will get you in the spirits. Start shouting at us.
No.
Well, you already said that I look shit without a beard, so you're on your
Stop
way.
picking on me.
Roger reckons Nick likes having a laugh.
I didn't say you look shit without a beard. I said your beard looks much better. That doesn't mean you look shit.
When I saw myself, I'm like, that was me saying that. I'm like, oh fuck, I look shit.
That was. Oh fuck. Tito's going mental, man. I just got home. And we haven't been home all weekend. I've been up north, and I've just got home, and he's all excited. He's all excited, and he's jumping all over my bed, and he's rolling around and playing and carrying on like a puppy. Well, he is a puppy. Oh, what are you doing, bro? Come over here, bro. Oh, he's so funny. Busy weekend I've just had. Fuck. I don't know. It's good that I've had today off to sort of relax, though.
Yeah, that's it. What did you do with the dogs when you were away? Did they go with you, or?
Yep. Yeah, they stayed at mum and dad's. I stayed at mum and dad's for the weekend because mum and dad lived near where I was gigging all weekend, so I stayed up there. So
Yeah, awesome.
they just looked after him while I was at the gig, and then I just come back to their place and crashed out.
Yeah,
Yes.
so the dogs are like excited they're home.
Yeah, they like it here. They don't mind it there, but like it's better here for them because it's their home. And I've got a really big yard. Like I've got a big place. My parents' yard is not as big as my place. I live in a bigger area. Yeah, my house is bigger. So it's just sort of better for them because they're, it's easier. Oh, for fuck's sake. God, that's enough to make someone just go off the stream. Please explain. Don't do that again.
You've been on TikTok, have you, Benji?
Yeah.
Or FetLife?
Yes, I have been on TikTok.
Fuck. Can you hear my dog? Can you hear
I
him?
apologize. I couldn't hear it because I was too busy concentrated on some plonker.
Oi. He's playing. He's pretty funny. Come here, Buffett. What are you doing? You're all happy. You got so much energy. You better sleep tonight. I'm not sitting up all night.
Better burn it off now.
Oh yeah, fucking do what you got to do. Like when I first got him, because my dogs sleep with me, on the bed.
Yeah.
And when I first got him, he didn't sleep for days, and because he comes straight from the farm, so his sleep patterns, and he as a pup, and he was only 12 weeks old, and he was just a mental case for days, and I got no sleep for so many days. So, but at least he sleeps now, which is good. It took a while. He's all right though. He's chewing up something in the spare room. Oi, what are you doing? Don't do that. Oi.
There we go, everyone. Macca's car park.
Fucking children.
What was he chewing up?
Nothing. I thought he was. He was just making noises to me. He's like scratching stuff. He's all right. He's okay. He'll calm down in 5 or 10 minutes. I only just literally come in the door. Like I come straight in, turn the lights on, and just went on stream.
So he's loving life.
Yeah, he's just running around. Like he's fucking back and forth, running around. He's out the back. He's coming inside. He's just, it's just what he does. Dogs. Farm dogs, man. Too much energy. Oh, man. What's some fucking awesome gigs on the weekend. Wow. Really good gigs. Really good. So that was cool. Got some chick's number yesterday.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, and then her boyfriend come up to me and started abusing the fuck out of me. I said, well, not my fucking problem, bro. You go and take it up with someone, take it up with your missus. I didn't know about you. I didn't know about you.
You must not be doing it for her.
I'm not scared of anyone, mate. I'll just tell them I'll tell them how it is, man. I'll tell them the truth. Oh, you fucking, what are you doing? Get my missus' number. It's my fucking missus. I'm like, shut up, man. Stop talking shit. I got no time for that. Talk to her. And tell her to call me.
I was going to say, did you call her after?
I didn't get her number. She got mine. She asked me for my business card, and I thought maybe it might have been for a booking or something. So I gave her my business card, and then she told me she was going to call me because she likes me. I'm like, you can't blame her. But
oh, that's it.
And then I'm like, I give my business card to lots of people. Oh, well, it's funny. Just some insecure bloke. He was what I was watching him throughout the afternoon. He was walking around, moping around like some sort of morbid prick. Had something be in his bonnet. Upset about something, like, whatever, dude. Your missus is obviously pissed off with that, and she wants my number. Not my problem, man. I'm just there. I'm just doing the gig. And while you're at it, get your missus to call me tomorrow. Anyway, it's funny. Yeah. But nah, it's all good. I'm sort of. Hey?
Benji.
Oh, fucking hell, Benji.
What? I'm just chilling out in a room.
He's the child. He's a fucking child.
Oh shit.
Seriously. Yeah, well, while I'm at it, I'm trying to, because like, there's this girl that I like anyway. Like, I don't care about this gig. I mean, the gig's a gig, but
yeah,
and I was
the rock star life, eh?
I'm talking to this chick at the moment. I think I told you about her, Jess, and I'm trying to. So I want to hook up with her because I really like her. Yeah, I've known her for about 5 years, and she likes me too. But now that I've shown interest, she's like backed off. I'm like, well, fuck off. I got no time for that shit. Seriously.
Yeah, it's like some people like the chase. They like to, someone to chase them. And then when you finally stop chasing them, you just like say, you're interested, let's, get together or whatever. And then they like back off. So,
yeah, it's just, I'm too old for this shit. I'm tired. I get tired of a night time. I don't want to talk to people and like talk shit like and they go nowhere. I might value my talks. If I want to talk to someone, I do it for a reason. If she's going to fuck me around, I'm just going to be like, delete. I mean, yeah, I just don't understand. And then she writes me a message this afternoon, or just before I left to come home probably about an hour and a half ago. It takes an hour to get home from my parents. So about an hour and a half ago, she writes me a message and says, "Sorry, I've been at mum's all day." So I don't care.
Yeah.
You haven't spoken to me since Wednesday. What's mum's all day today?
So it's like,
the fuck?
Yeah, it's like, where were you for the other 4 days or whatever? What were you doing?
So it's like mum's all day. Okay, cool. Sweet. Yep, good luck. Not going there. Just delete. I don't have time for that shit. Games. She's a lot younger than me. I'm 41 now. I don't need that shit. I don't need rubbish.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's just like, definitely people do go hot and cold and quiet and shit, and it annoys you if they show interest and then they stop. But I mean, there might be a reason, but really, I'm kind of like you. It's like, even if you're busy, if you care about someone, you always find time to, like, even if it's just a quick message to say, "Oh, I'm busy today, but I'll talk to you when I have time," and shit. So at least you know that they're considering, like, your feelings and all that shit.
People prioritize things. If she was interested in me, she'd be contacting me.
Yeah.
The fact that she's not contacting me shows there's no interest. So I just go, "Yep, sweet, no problems."
Yep. Yeah, that's how it gets.
Yep, it's like, next. Yeah. Well, maybe I should just send her a dick pic.
Settle down, Robbo.
Didn't take long. Yeah, I don't understand that, That's weird. Strange. I got a microphone.
Send her a middle finger pic.
This is a pop filter for my mic, for a microphone.
Oh, I thought you were going to say that it was for something else then.
No, microphone. Michael phone.
Yeah, you should send her a message saying, "Do you want to play with your microphone?"
I have a spare microphone if you sing
Send her a
along.
message saying, "Do you want?" Yeah, sing into
Would
it.
you like to sing into my microphone? For fuck's sake.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Ask her with or without the pop filter.
Yeah, that's it. Oh, fuck, we're boring you, Benji. Sorry. Fuck. Come back to me when you can talk about things that I'm interested in.
Yeah, he is the host now.
Hey?
He is the host now. He's in the host spot. He's
Yeah,
yawning
you
and
fucking cunt.
Okay. Oh, fuck, Muns tried to call. Fucking hell, Muns. Wish you'd answer your phone when I called you before. Prick. My bass player wants to talk to me. Oh, for fuck's sake. There's some dramas on the weekend with gigs. The fact that I nearly had a fucking punch up yesterday, that was nothing. That's just normal.
what, you and the bass player.
No, I only had a punch up with this chick's boyfriend. Well, he
Oh, I
wanted
thought
to
you meant
punch.
with him.
No. Oh, I can't wait. This week I'm going to go to movies. Fucking the new Exorcist has come out.
Yeah, I saw like a trailer. I only saw like a couple of seconds of it, but I'm like, oh, that looks all right.
I love horror films, man. I haven't seen a decent fucking horror film in a while, but I love them. Like good shit, like disturbing stuff. I'm really weird. I like sitting at home and just watching like real fucked up shit, like like real scary stuff, but also disturbing stuff.
Yeah, I probably should see The Exorcist in cinema because I was too young to see the original,
Yeah, me too.
but I saw the original when I was like 8 years old or some shit,
Yeah, me too.
at
Yeah.
8, 9.
Yeah, the
When Mr.
original had
Ralph
its place back then, but I look at it now and it's not that scary.
Well, it's not that scary, but it's definitely started that style of movies, really, like demonic possession type stuff.
Mm.
And
Yeah.
these days they do it too over the top. Like they need to have all this CGI over the top bullshit, where that one's
Yeah.
like a little bit more realistic.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do like it for sure.
I'm still looking forward to it. I reckon it'll be good. I'm going to go to the movies sometime this week. I think it starts on Thursday here. So actually, I can't go Thursday. I'm going to a concert Thursday night. I don't have a gig Friday night. I've only got a gig Saturday this week, so I can go Friday night I'll go to the movies Friday night and watch it.
Ask your friend who was at her mum's today to go with you.
No, should be still to mum's. Who knows?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. Look at this guy's fucking profile picture. Benji. That used to be... Why has he got a picture of me up on his thing? I fucking love him. Hey?
Died.
You almost died. Why?
From you saying, "Oh, you got a picture of me up there." I went to laugh and I coughed and shit at the same time. Didn't know if I was going to die or not.
Joe used to be my profile picture on Facebook. Yeah. Anyway, I probably should ring Muns back quickly because he needs to talk to me about something. I'll come back online soon. I'll just got to give Muns a call.
All right, no worries, man.
I'll come back soon. All right, I'll talk to you in a minute. Oh fuck! How do I hang up here? What's going on?
I'll just remove you if you want. Just let me know when you want me to add you back. Oh, he's gone. I have to start calling Mick Joe from now on. Yeah. You all right there, Ben? You look like you've been brainwashed.
Yeah, I've been brainwashed, you know. These fucking naked aliens have been like, you know, desensitizing me to like this whole ordeal of this situation with like, you know, gay people, you know, like how like like wheelchair people when they're like fisting, you know. That's just
What?
so
What? Mick?
desensitized me. No, not me.
Oh, you mean Perry Lollipop?
Golden shower, man.
Yeah, when you drop a lollipop on the carpet and it gets all hairy. That's what it. That's what he reminds me of.
Jesus.
Yeah, you know how it's all
You're
like
not fair
inconsistent.
off.
How where that you never know where the hair's going to grow or where it's going to go. A little bit on top, a little bit on the sides, front, back. What about you there, Benji? Do you like horror movies? Do you
Yes,
like?
that's my go-to. But I'm not. I don't watch movies that much. I don't. Um, favorite horror movie. Uh, I don't even know. Um, I need to think about this one. I need to give a logical answer. Maybe Space Jam. You know that's pretty scary. Um, Space Jam. Toy, Toy Story gets a bit scary as well. You know. Um, but on a serious note, what the fuck? um,
Oh,
I think Halloween's got to be my favorite. Oh no, the Saw franchise actually, the Saw franchise. Um, I couldn't give you um, my favorite movie out the Saw. Um, I don't even
I
know.
haven't saw them all.
I've I've saw them all except for the new one that's just been released.
Supposedly that's got hell good ratings, but you can't always go by that.
Yeah, no, not at all. It's my favorite one. Must be number 5. 5 or 4.
Yeah, it's kind of like Fast and Furious. I mean, I haven't watched the last few of them, but they just become like one film after a while. Hey, Chris,
Yeah,
yeah, I mean, I just kind of like the genre. It's a little bit hard to say one.
yeah, most definitely, yeah.
Even though they're a little bit more sci-fi, they still are classified technically as horrors. But Alien 2, and Predator, I really
Yeah,
liked when I was a kid. And
I've never got
yeah,
into
probably the Alien franchise.
I've never got into it. People have said it's good, but I've never sat down and fully watched a movie because it just didn't suit my viewing tastes of a movie.
Something about naked aliens you don't like.
Maybe.
One of my favourite series is Nightmare. I was going to say Nightmare Before Christmas. Nightmare on Elm Street. Nightmare on Elm Street was probably my favourite series of movies, that is, horror films. Even though there was a few that was a little bit, they started becoming more comedy after a while. Pretty much after like the first one, maybe the second. But what about you, Cody? I'm sure you've told us before, but what's your favourite movie, horror film? Oh man, what sort of twat would go live with all these lights on and a hat on and a t-shirt on and pants on? Crazy. It's going to rain tomorrow. That's fun, being hot and then raining. Depends who's asking, I guess. But yeah, no, you're the naked streamer. I've heard of the naked chef before, but now we have the naked streamer. Although he hasn't blessed us with his naked self for a while, maybe he's got it out of his system. So what other questions have you got for us, Cody? We rely on Cody to keep the stream going. You decided to be a dressed prawn star. What sort of dressing do you enjoy, Roger? Seafood highlight, or was it seafood? I don't know. Thousand Island dressing. That's what I'm trying to go with. Lucky I don't have a food channel because I don't know anything about food. Oh, so you're going to stay up late tonight, Benj? Now you don't have school, or what's your mum's in the chat, Benji? I was just trying
I
to get
didn't
rid
do.
of a fly. He was
I
just trying
didn't
to
do
get
anything.
rid of a.
I was just fuck. I don't have an excuse.
He was just practicing milking a cow,
Yeah.
just in case you ever need. Just in case you ever need to, there's a skill worth having, just in case. It depends on on your seafloor. Oh yeah, that's just a casual film. That is Cody. No, that's the type of film that you sit down and have your dinner to. Yeah. You know what they say, Cody? Never go ass to mouth. Never go, never go ass to mouth. You'll understand that reference if you've seen Clerks. Ah, so we've got about 9 minutes, and then we've hit the boiling point. We're starting to get there already. Might not be able to make it. Ah, last time I made that terrible mistake, Cody. I don't know. It was probably around about the first time I started the channel. I mean, most of the time I go to the hairdressers to get it done. I keep saying hairdressers, but it's technically a barber because hairdressers can't cut men's hair very well, that I found. But yeah, when I went to the barbers, I got them to shape it, but I didn't get them to cut it in length much, and it was just starting to get pretty wild. And I woke up. I reckon it would have been the day. I don't know if I cut it on Friday, but I woke up and I just yeah, like when a cat lies on its face and gets up and it's like the hair looks all weird or its face looks weird because it's been laying on it. Basically what I looked like. Instead of just being straight down, it was like curling all over the place. So I'm like, better sort this out. And I sorted it out all right. Yeah, pretty terrible. Wasn't going to stream for about a week or two because of it. I was going to hide myself away from the world. Oh, look out! Here comes trouble. The Red Wiggle himself.
G'day guys, how are we? It's Jim's Bean.
Yeah, how are you, Jim?
Yeah, not too bad. Feeling very beanie tonight, actually.
Oh yeah, I've got a beanie here. Funny enough.
That's that is a really nice hat. That is a very nice hat. Where'd you get the hat from, G?
This or this or this?
No, the hat. The hat.
The hat.
Yeah,
The hat. Oh, I can't even remember. It was a few years ago. I went for a stage. I was buying all sorts of hats.
Yeah.
Not sure of the establishment anymore. How's your Whopper going tonight? It's a little bit of a personal question, Paul. How's his Whopper going with extra mayonnaise? So that's all we get from Sammy.
Oh no, you
Oh,
just wait for it.
Ben.
You just wait for
Oh
it.
no.
Hello, sailor.
Oh, good old Popeye's in the building.
It's
Oh,
happening.
Benji left.
Doesn't really fit my head
How's
all too well.
how's Olive going, Popeye?
Yeah, not
How's
too
you
bad.
been?
Just trying the hardest. Got steam
Yeah.
coming out of me steam coming out of my ears. And as you can see, the hat doesn't fit very well.
Oh, that's sort of what's the charm about it. You know, if it fit well, it wouldn't have the same charm to it. I
Oh,
like how it sort of just balances on top of your head.
yeah, it sort of just sits there. It's,
Yeah.
that's probably, yeah, it doesn't really sit all too well. It's not the most comfortable wear.
No,
To be
yeah.
honest.
You know what they say. You know what they say about a hat. Well, I don't know what they say, to be honest. But if it's comfortable, who wants to wear it, really?
Yeah, but that's sort of where I feel like it should sit. Like that's where it sort of sits comfortably. So as you can see, it's not a very good fit.
Is that what you wear when you go out cruising around in your yacht?
Oh yeah, sailing the high
Yeah.
seas. Actually, this is from my role play collection.
Role play. Why has it got
Yeah.
signatures on there? There's all the adult film stars you've participated with.
Oh, so the backstory, the true backstory behind this hat was I was on a cruise and I'd been doing stand-up comedy for a while, and my friend Beck was on the cruise ship that I was on, and she's like, "Oh, I haven't seen you around for a few years, Sammy." And I said, "Oh well, yeah, I sort of stepped away from the game a little bit, and I haven't really done any performing, um, in
Yeah.
the last couple of years." And she said, "Well, you should get up and do a set." And I said, "Oh, okay, no worries." And she said, if you can manage it, she said, get up and do a set. And I ended up winning the competition. So got myself a sailor's hat on the cruise, and yeah, it doesn't fit my head, but now I just use it for role play.
What sort of role playing?
Oh, sometimes I like to be a captain of various ships.
Oh, okay.
I've got a whole array of hats.
Various.
I've got a whole array of
Just
hats
for
here.
role playing.
So I've got my sailor's hat here. So this is my sailor's hat.
Sammy the Sailor Man.
Sammy the Sailor Man, that's what they call me.
Oh, I knew it. I knew it.
What was that for? I
What?
used to go to my hairdressers in town a while back, but now I go to my friend's ex's now each 3 months. She does a heaps better job. Changes a little, but I don't mind.
I reckon he's talking about role playing, Sammy.
Oh, I'm not actually being dirty. I just because I roll around. That's why I call it role play.
Oh, Roger reckons you make a good captain.
Oh, I'll show you what else I make in a minute.
Hey, Sakau, how are you? Yeah, good old Jim Beam is, I don't know, cross-dressing or whatever they call it.
Now, Jay, this is from the vintage collection. I like to call this
Vintage.
look Rydom Cowboy is what I like to call it.
Oh yeah,
Yeehaw!
look like you're about to wrestle a crocodile or something.
Yeehaw, little lady.
Oh yeah, Red
That's
Dead
not,
Redemption.
that's not a knife. This. is a knife.
That's not a spoon. This is a spoon. When you lay
Ah.
down next to someone.
I see you've played knifey spoony before.
Cody's, you're starting to toot Cody's horn. He's saying you're looking good.
Thank you. Thank you, Cody. If you play your cards right, you might get to go on the horse later.
Yeah. Where's your horse? Is it in the other room?
Easy, easy, girl, easy.
Yeah. Settle down.
I actually don't have a horse here anymore.
Done you? Or is that what you used to call your ex-girlfriend or something?
That was whore. That was.
Yeah, I always get the two confused. They're fairly similar words. They sound similar.
Tell you what, though, I used to be able to
Sammy
make a
the-
name. Roger the
Sammy the
Pirate.
Cowboy.
Sammy the Cowboy. Well, yeah. Who wears it better though?
You have Roger the Pirate, Sammy the Cowboy.
Who wears
I was going
Who
to say,
wears the hat better, Sammy or Mick?
I don't know. I don't reckon Mick's ever said that he was about to ride a horse. So, well, earlier on he said he was going to ride a horse, but for different reasons.
Oh, where is he now? Did he leave?
Oh yeah, he got a phone call and he decided that it was more important than talking shit here.
Oh, fair enough. Fair enough.
I reckon it was Benj. Benj was yawning, so I think he scared Mick off.
Yeah, right. So how's your day been, G?
Yeah, I've just been painting my little green men. Haven't been doing much really. Just doing that.
Yeah. I actually had
Bit
a
of
day
box,
off.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I didn't really know what to do with myself.
Well, I saw you had a happy hour about 4 o'clock.
Yeah, I made it right on happy hour today.
Oh yeah. Did it make you happy?
It did actually, yeah. Oh, sorry. I hope you don't
What
mind.
else?
I hope you don't mind
Are
if
you
I
eating Are you eating like cat treats?
Cocoa Pops checks.
Oh, I thought you just whipped out the old cat biscuits.
No.
My next question was going to be, do you have a cat or not?
No.
Or you just buy the cat treats for yourself?
That meow.
Yeah.
Meow.
So do you have any other hats and bloody role playing for us, or is that it for tonight?
Oh, look, I think that'll be it for tonight.
Oh, we only get 2 a night.
Oh, I don't want to unveil my whole collection.
Yeah, true. You've got to keep a couple. I reckon you just put on the cowboy hat and you decided that you liked it.
There's one for you, G. There's one for you, mate.
Oh yeah, is that where you stick it in every night?
Well, this is my this is my
I'm
stubby
talking
holder.
about your can. Yeah, I'm talking about your can of drink, of course.
This is my stubby holder.
Yeah.
P and O. The cruise
That
line.
pussy and offal.
The cruise line. P and O. I've actually got quite the array of stubby holders.
So you've got as many as you've got hats.
And
So you're going to start show us your stubby collection now.
And then I've got this mug here. Ooh, that. Did anyone see that?
What was it? Is it you naked on there?
No. And then I've got this cup. I realised that my full name is on the cup.
Oh no!
So that's my special cup from my radio station.
No,
And
that's right. No one can see it.
only the special people get those.
Why don't I have one?
Well, because you're not special enough, G.
No,
You've actually got to be a part of our radio station.
oh, I could be.
Um,
I could be.
are you going?
You're going to watch the?
No, not
No.
me. I don't partake in those silly games.
Yeah, I won't be watching the Cricket World Cup.
Yeah, I only watch games that I can play.
You could play cricket. Someone
No.
wheel you around and you.
No. I used to play T-ball. I used to play wheelchair T-ball. That was
Oh,
pretty
yeah.
cool.
How'd that go for you?
Yeah, not bad. That was pretty cool. I just can't really do too much anymore because I've got 2 bad shoulders.
So it's harder to get around fast and shit.
Yeah, so yeah, I really struggle these days to do anything.
Supposedly you're the smart guy. Sammy the smart guy and G the boss of the stream.
Sammy the smart guy. Does he mean smart ass or like smart guy as in, oh, fuck, this guy's intellectual?
I reckon he means you're intellectual there. Must have been the hat. I reckon the hat made you look a lot smarter than the
It's amazing what a hat can do. Just call me Einstein.
Yeah. Did Einstein wear hats? Did he wear a wig? Was that his real hair?
I do have the goatee though, so that sort of counts, I guess.
Yeah, it does. I reckon it's because since I shaved my stuff off, I reckon Roger doesn't think I'm as smart anymore.
Well, I shaved my goatee about a month ago.
Yeah.
And then it literally grew back, and I was like, well, I'm gonna rep it for another couple of months, and then I'll shave it off again.
Did it shock you that it grew back? Was you not expecting it?
It grew back pretty quick. No, it grew back quicker than usual.
Ah.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, I wish mine grew back quicker than usual because I look like a fucking grape at the moment.
Yeah. Oh, it takes me about 2 weeks. 2 weeks to get to this stage. So, I'd say about 5 actually. But I can't grow a full beard. I can sort of only grow this bit. I'd love to grow like a massive stroker, like a massive beard that I could stroke.
You can go.
Just
so then you have something different to stroke every night.
just so I could really ponder my thoughts. Just
yeah, it's not the same just doing it for nothing.
No, it's not. Yeah.
Especially when you're stroking something else to nothing, it doesn't feel the same, does it?
Don't know. Haven't done that. Haven't had to do that for a while, just quietly, eh?
Oh, do you normally do it loudly?
Yeah.
So is that why the neighbours always come around knocking at your door?
Yeah, and I'm pretty close to my neighbours too, so I've got to be careful.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Fu Manchu style.
Who's that? Who's Fu Manchu?
Not that familiar, but it's someone with a hell long beard. It's some Asian bloke, I reckon, with a long beard that he can ponder upon.
I just
Fu
imagine.
Manchu. Oh, no, he doesn't have really a beard. He has just long cat whiskers.
Oh yeah, yep, yeah. No, I can't even get that going on.
That's like the male version of pigtails, or just
My mate, he's got the mad curls going on. He's got a beard that like curls.
the ones that curl like
Yeah,
to each side.
yeah. The Luigi, I call it the Luigi.
Oh yeah. It looks alright if you do it well, but you have to put loads of that sort of beard wax shit in it to get it to like stay that
Yeah.
way.
Yeah,
I don't know if I could go through all of that hassle just
I'm
to
just
look like
gonna
a twat.
I'm just gonna stop my camera because I've got to eat food. And I think it's rude
Oh,
to
no
eat.
worries.
I think it's rude to eat
Right.
like in front of people while
You're gonna eat your checks.
no, I've got proper food that I've got to eat.
Yeah, I have to agree with you. It's hell rude to eat on camera. Like, if people do that, I just find it disgusting. Like, how dare they, eat food on camera? I
Yeah.
don't know what sort
Do
of
you
person
really?
it takes to do
Do
that.
you really though? Do you find it?
Hey?
Do you find it rude? Because I actually do. Like that's not a joke.
No, I'm trying to sort of take the piss because I have a channel where I eat food on video.
Oh, okay. Well, I can do it. I can do a food review live if you want. I don't mind.
I'll go for it. We had a wine review, so now we can have the food review.
Oh yeah, that was a.
Kind of,
Tell you what, that was a pearl of a night. I'd gone to the club and I had a couple of pints of Stella, which is a gorgeous beer. Stella is a really nice German beer, and they've got it in pints at the club. So I was just drinking it. I was just drinking it, and then I had wine from when my friend had come up. We cracked open a bottle of wine the night before, and I thought, oh well, I may as well finish off the bottle of wine when I get home. And I'd had a couple of pints, and I had a glass of wine, and I think it finished me off because I was starting to get the naps happening, like midstream, and I was just like, yeah, it's time to go to bed. So that's what I did.
Yeah, and I reckon I have that gift of making people tired. So there's a few people that I normally go to sleep just after I talk to them for a bit. I haven't fell asleep on the stream yet, but close to. Roger was the same as well. I reckon it was the same night he started to fall asleep.
All right, so just unwrapping my food. So this is a company. They're based in Melbourne, I'm pretty sure. Melbourne or Sydney. And they were a company started by Dylan Alcott, the famous basketball player. And they're a company called...
We have someone backstage, Sammy. Sorry to cut you off, but we have... Everyone's heard of Fu Manchu. But have you heard of the Chu Fu Man?
That's me. How we going, guys?
Good, Mark. How are you, brother?
Not bad, man. Not bad. I could see that you were struggling there, G, so I thought I'd come up and give you some support.
I struggle all the time. The struggle is real, as you said.
Yes.
So,
yeah. And I thought I could, also fall asleep to your magic tones, like I've done before.
Did you actually fall asleep to me? Here I was trying to lie to everyone and make out no one falls asleep to me. So
no.
There's no secrets here.
That's it. That's it. G'day, Roger. G'day, Cody. G'day, everyone. Yeah, I caught some of the other streams, but been working hard during the week last week and a bit tired, so yeah, I didn't jump on.
No,
Yeah.
am I seriously right to eat, or do you want me to turn my camera off?
Yeah, no, go for it. Go for it. I don't mind.
No worries.
I shoveled food in my face in about 5 minutes so I could jump on stream because
Mm.
you know, if I sat there and enjoyed it, I'd be late for the stream. So I'm shoving it in like, you know, like Sammy when he's role playing.
So we can always get Mick up here and give you a hard time.
Well, he was giving me shit before anyway. He came
Yeah,
on and said I look like shit without a beard.
Yeah,
So,
I was talking to him before too. He was on his way home, and
yeah.
he was a bastard and stopped at Macca's and got himself an ice cream and a Coke, you know. So, and I could have sworn
Ice cream and a Coke.
yeah, from Macca's. So and I could have sworn he was at one of our drive-throughs because he put his order in and they said, "Oh, sorry, what was that?"
I think that's like their you know, I reckon they get that in their training. Like that's a part of their training to ask that. Mm.
Yeah,
And I love how they say, "Is that all?" Like you know, like you wouldn't say what else you wanted if you did want more, but it's like, "Oh, is that it? Or is that all you want?" It's like, well, nah. I was hoping you would say that just so I could just so I can ask for a few more items.
Can
I
I
was a
have a
bit
large?
shy to ask for them until you said that.
Can I have a large Big Mac meal? Oh, was that a thick shake? No, it was a large Big Mac meal. How often do you get that?
yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
Mick came on. He reckons he basically entered the door and came on stream. So, yeah. And then we bored the hell out of him, and he left. So,
Oh, what a tight ass.
yeah, no, I reckon it might have been because Benji was yawning, making Mick feel awkward.
Yeah. So what's it like having daylight saving? Is it worth it? Does it matter to you guys?
I don't know what matters that is warming up, and it's weird because around 8 o'clock it went dark instead of before 6.
I love daylight savings.
You love it.
Yeah, I do. I'm a massive fan because you can just do more with your day. Like I can finish work and I can go for a swim or do something like that instead of just going like finishing work and coming straight home. I can actually use 2 hours to go for a swim or do something productive before I come home and go to bed.
So you prefer the skinny dip in the daytime instead of the nighttime?
Oh, I do it all year round. Do it all year round. I'm not one to shy away from a good skinny dip.
You just prefer people to say you're doing it?
Well, I call it a fatty dip because I'm not really skinny, so I call it a fatty dip.
Yeah. True.
It's always a little bit longer in the summer too, compared to the winter.
Yeah. No, I'm coming up to Queensland. I'm going to the Gold Coast in November, so that'll be interesting because I'll have to. The clock will automatically flip back.
So I'm sure you're going to get a hotel that's close to me.
I doubt that. I don't know where you are, Mark.
Come on, everyone knows where I am. Just ask your mate.
No, I wouldn't have a clue. I am. How far out of the Gold Coast are you, Mark?
Gold Coast about an hour and a half from me.
Oh, you're in Brisbane?
I'm on the north side of Brisbane.
Okay.
Yeah, but somebody else was going to come up and do a visit of Queensland and see all these people, and yeah.
And he ended up upsetting all those people, didn't he?
Pretty well, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, right. Well,
one way or another.
I'll tell you what. I'll be honest. I wouldn't mind sussing out your train, like
Yeah,
your,
well,
your train that you're building. So if
Yeah.
if I've got a
It's-
bit of spare, I think it's a 7-day schedule, and then I've got 2 days. I've got 2 days where I've got to do a festival. So
mhm.
like I'm hosting a festival in the Gold Coast, so I'd pretty well booked it, so I had my schedule full. But if I get a spare day, I might even pop up and just say g'day and suss out your train that you're building.
Yeah, well, it's in a million pieces at the moment, so yeah, we'll see how it go. But
Yeah.
if it works out, yeah, let's see if it works and go from there.
I'll be honest, it probably won't, just because like my schedule's already pretty full. So yeah, I meant to sort of go and have a pretty chilled sort of holiday, but then everything sort of like turned into
Stacking up.
this massive thing where like one day I've got this event, and then the next day I've got this event, and then my family from Queensland want to catch up as well. So it's just like it's got to the point now where I think I've got, out of 7 days, I've got like a day free.
Yeah.
So I'd say, to be honest, because it'll be pretty hot, I'll just be at the pool somewhere having a few beers and relaxing.
That's the way to do it.
Yeah.
Sounds like a tough life there, Sammy. Because
Oh, it
someone
is.
has to do it.
It is. And actually, one thing I've loved about working is that I can give myself goals to go and do things.
Yeah.
So like I've organised a trip to go to the snow next year, and now I've organised to go to Queensland this year, and I've given myself 3 weeks off. But someone said to me the other day, they're like, "Oh, you should bank up your annual leave," and I was like, "I get 6 weeks a year. Why would I bank it up?"
Yeah.
Just enjoy it. And I think that's the problem. Everyone sort of banks up their annual leave, and then, before they know it, they haven't enjoyed life, and they've got all this annual leave because they've worked their ass off. But
yeah, see, most people only get 4 weeks compared to your 6. So you've got an extra two weeks compared to most people.
well, we actually get 7. So if we use all our annual leave, the company, because they're not paying us out for it, you see. So if we use all our annual leave, the company will give us an extra week reward. So I'd rather do that than bank it up, and even if they don't pay you out, well, yeah.
So is that? So who do you work for, Sammy?
I work for the Australian Radio Network. So I work for, let's see, Brisbane. Who would you know? So 97.3.
Yep.
Yeah, so I work for those guys. I work for 97.3. So I'm under that banner of companies.
Yeah.
So I work for one of their regional stations called it's actually 2 radio stations, Power FM and 2NM in Muswellbrook, New South Wales. So it's out in the sticks. So it's very very locally focused.
Yeah.
Which is pretty cool. But I wouldn't mind working in Queensland or Sydney one day. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah. A mate of mine, he works for ABC Brisbane, and he's in the master control room. So he's responsible for putting shows to air and all that sort of stuff, and he can tune into whatever radio station he needs to tune into, or interrupt broadcasts and things like that, especially during emergency situations and things like that. So
that's awesome.
Yeah, and many years ago he got me in, so I had a look around inside the master control room and pretty impressed. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot going on in those rooms.
Yeah, and of course, in the ABC in Brisbane, it's located at Southbank, and of course, you got ABC Brisbane that does the broadcasting there, the studio there down at Southbank. Plus, Triple J was up top in the next couple of levels or something like that. And, in where he was, there was reporters who, look at the various newspapers and do articles and things like that. So
do
yeah,
they
it's
have
pretty.
do they have any like major TV shows come out of Brisbane or?
Yeah, he sent me some photos a while ago. They just redid the studio there with some brand new technology in that. Obviously, ABC News for Brisbane. I think Landline comes out of Brisbane. I think. Don't get me. And I would imagine there's various other shows and so on that come out of there. So, but it was all, within the same sort of area that he works in.
Yeah, did they give you like when you went in? Because I know when I went to the studios at Ultima, it would have been, probably about 11 years ago when I got to visit the studios where they film like Play School and stuff like that. Did they take all your personal? Did they take all your personal items off you, like your backpack and stuff?
No.
Yeah, right.
No, this was. G'day, Paul. ABC Brisbane, 6:12 a.m. And this was on night shift, so we were staying at the hotel at Southbank because Supernova was on at the same time, and so it was just a short walk from the hotel, and he met me at the door. He got me in through security. I didn't have to leave my phone or anything behind, and it was only I spent probably an hour or so with him, so that was great. Right. But I was really impressed with everything, and that. And before that, he worked for B105 in Brisbane.
Oh, yep. So they didn't they recently just lose their Didn't they recently just close or something?
No, you're thinking of one of the AM stations, Brisbane 4KQ 693.
Yeah, 4KQ. Yep. They're the guys that just closed.
Yeah. It was a bit of a shame. A bit of an institution. There's still quite a few AM stations that have been around for a long time, like 4BC and what else is there? And that's where some of the announcers went from 4KQ over to 4BC, I think. So, and so that as I say, nothing lasts forever. But,
that's it. Well, it's a bit of a worry to think where the radio industry will go within the next 10 years, just because streaming services are so prevalent. And they reassure you that everything's going to be fine, but you're never certain. And it's the same with TV as well. It's not a guaranteed gig all the time.
Yeah.
So, but I just enjoy what I do.
Yeah, well, look. If you enjoy what you do, then that's great. So, you're an on-air announcer?
Yeah. So at the moment I'm doing the workday shift, so I'm doing 9 till 2, and then my regular shift is 2 till 5 p.m. But basically my day pretty well. I work from 9 to 5 every day, and do a 40-hour week. So my day virtually looks like I go to work. I have a meeting with my content director, and especially on a Monday, we'll all get together and have a meeting at about 9 o'clock, and all the announcers will get in, and we'll have a massive meeting that goes for about an hour just to see what the week looks like.
Yeah.
And then we'll have a rundown of basically what the shows are going to look like for the week, and we'll also have like a idea session where we have all our ideas on paper, and I'll say, righto, this is what we want to do this is what I want to do for the week. You know, is it a yes or a no? And a lot of lately they've all been yeses, so that's a good thing. And then I'll just go on and I'll do my thing, and then after the on-air stuff sort of sorted out, I go and do. I'm also the promotions coordinator, so I go and work on different promotions for the station and try and build prize packages and work with the sales team to try and get funding together to make promotions happen.
Yep.
So yeah, it's pretty busy.
Yeah.
Pretty busy. I mean, this weekend was a great example. The long weekend was around, so we have to do. How many shows did I have to do before the end of Friday? I had to do Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, and I also had to record a little bit of Tuesday morning as well.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Is there a set program on what you guys talk? So obviously, you have music interlaced with various subjects and so on.
Yeah. So I'm a can I share audio here, Jay?
What audio is it going to be?
I was just going to give Mark a rundown of what I do. I've got what they call an air check, and I was just going to share it with you.
Yeah, go for it.
All right.
So be careful, G. You might get a copyright strike.
I doubt it. There's no music in it. I'll
well, that's all right. No one watches my channel.
Because I don't want to share my Facebook page. I just want to make sure that I've got the audio on my computer. 2 seconds.
So what's been happening with you, G? What have you been up to?
Nothing.
No,
I've just been painting my miniatures because in October I mainly paint orcs, and in October they call it Orktober. So it's kind of like the time of the year where it's for the type of race or faction or whatever that I normally paint or make content about. So I'm going to run a competition. Hopefully people join it. Probably have some prizes for people, but I've just started the last couple of days. I've just been painting a couple of models. I really need to do some painting videos again. They take bloody ages to do, but the last videos proved to be fairly popular compared to some of my other videos on my hobby channel. And besides that, I've just been trying to work on my Funkin' Hungry, trying to get my watch hours up, and just hit 700 subs on the weekend. So I'm getting closer to, I guess, the goal that I want, like I've aimed for this year. So hopefully I'll get my public watch hours up and my subs up for this year, before this year's over. I mean, obviously there's a lot bigger channels and stuff like that, but, it's just a goal that I had for this year. So it looks like I'm sticking to it a fair bit.
Mm-hmm. So what are you hoping to get to? Is it just 1,000 subscribers or your watch hours or?
Well, both of them really. So I'm over halfway mark on the watch hours. Obviously doing live streams more now has helped a lot. because a lot of my videos will only be 5, 10, sometimes 20 minutes is, I guess, around about the maximum I make them. Like, normally it's less than that though, but yeah, doing these live streams. Obviously, it's good to do the live streams just to be able to talk to all the people in the chat and stuff more. But yeah, it's just a goal that I guess I aimed for. I mean, with the subs, sometimes it goes up a few, and then it kind of stops and goes stagnant for a little bit. But we'll see how we go. Obviously, I guess as everyone knows, started to get a lot more hotter in Australia, so that makes painting a little bit more difficult. I can't complain too much though, because I guess I'm streaming with bloody ring lights on staring at me.
So
I just opened the window before.
The hotter weather, does that make the paint dry out quicker, or?
Yeah, well, it definitely makes it dry out quicker. I do have what they call a wet palette, which is, I'm not going to be able to show it that well, but basically it just has a lid. You put water on like this sponge-like material, and you soak that, and then you put like this kind of like parchment paper on top of it. So the water underneath keeps the paint on top of the paper. It keeps it hydrated. So it keeps it, and when it's cooler weather, you can have like that can last a week or more. Like the paint will stay fresh.
Yeah.
So you'll be able to use. Probably, like sometimes it doesn't even really go. But yeah, when it gets hotter, that water dries out faster. So the water that dries out faster is making the paint obviously eventually dry out. So you just have to keep on refilling it with water to keep it hydrated, but it just becomes more difficult. Some people don't even use wet palettes, but it's like a really good tool because if you make mixes, if you mix a couple of paints together, it will stay. That mix will stay, so you won't have to mix it up again and possibly get the wrong combination of colors.
I've organised the air check to show you if you'd like to see it, Mark.
Yeah, I don't mind it if G's happy to do that.
Do you know how to share it?
Yeah, so if I just hit the present button down here, it should allow me to
present and share screen, and then you should have a list that comes up of all the websites you've got open or the tabs or whatever. You should be able to select it.
So share screen. Yep, I can see it. And then just go.
Yeah, if you click on it and control it from that screen.
StreamYard. Yep, and then I can go share. So you should be able to see my screen now.
Yeah.
And it should let me share the audio. So if I hit spacebar, you should be able to hear it.
.98.1 Power FM. We're doing the Hunter's Best Music right across your arvo while you work. Sammy hanging out with you. Today is Best of the Best in 2023, and obviously my favorite category. If you know me, you know I'm a pig, and I love food, which means I'll love this category, Best Palmy. My mouth's watering just thinking about it. I know where it is, but I'm not allowed to vote. You guys have to. 981powerfm.com.au. Get in and vote for the Best Palmy today. For Best of the Best in 2023, it's all thanks to Mac Energy's Mount Pleasant operation, covering all areas of our community with a wide variety of sponsorships. You can email macenergy.com.au for more info. And Keldan Automotive, your one-stop shop for all your automotive and mechanical needs in Best of the Best. Remember, voting closes at 7 a.m. tomorrow morning, so head over to the website 981powerfm.com.au and vote now for Best of the Best. We did crown our winner for Best Beauty yesterday, and you'll find out all the details on our socials on Facebook and Instagram. 98.1 Power FM. We're doing the Hunter's Best Music. Hey, it's Sammy hanging out with you this afternoon. Now, Best of the Best is underway, and today we are looking for the best palmy in the Hunter Valley. Not Palmer, palmy we are looking for in the Hunter Valley, and voting is open today. It's all thanks to our mates at Mac Energy's Mount Pleasant operation, covering all areas of the community with a variety of sponsorships. You can email info@macenergy.com.au, and Keldan Automotive, your one-stop shop for all your automotive mechanical needs. Head over to the website and vote now in Best of the Best 98.1 Power FM. Voting lines are open until 7 a.m. tomorrow. Power FM. 98.111 Power FM. I went off the beat of the music then. It was so good. I hope you're having a good afternoon. It's Wednesday, hump day. Get excited. I'm pumped. That's how good it is. You know what else I'm pumped about? Rolling up your sleeves. Forgive where you live. Now, one blood donor.
That's pretty well it. It's all about making money, Mark. Yeah, so we literally do that like on the regular. Yeah, and it's just that's basically what a music shift will look like. As long as people are getting their bills paid, that's all that sort of matters. And yeah, it's a bit of a shame, but that's just how it is.
And it obviously works because the station is making money.
Oh, 100% it does. 100%. How do I get out of screen share now? Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So,
I'll be back in a second.
I don't know. Yeah, no worry, Chufu, man.
Yeah, it's
So I have to say there, Sammy, that was very well done.
Yeah. Oh, we have to do that. And there's stuff that I do.
So is that like pre-recorded in between? Like obviously when you play music or whatever in between, keep hydrated.
Yeah, I got to get pumped.
Get pumped. It's get pumped. It's Wednesday. I'm pumped. Everybody loves hump day.
Pump it up. It sounded like those palmies made you pretty pumped up.
No, mate, I
You're
just
getting excited.
Yeah, I just get passionate. I just get passionate about what I'm doing. Like when I'm in full mode, when I'm in full radio mode, that's it. I'm like, wow, for like 3 hours straight. Then I'm like, and then the come down's crazy. That happens every day. I'm like, I'm up here for about 3 hours of my day, and then I just slowly go downhill. I'm just trying to find something else, like something more, because that was something I sent to my boss.
Yeah, right.
For they're what we call air checks. So every week I have to send something that my boss has asked me to send through.
Yeah.
So just trying to find something that's a little bit more fun. And a little bit
You
more.
can't get much more fun than palmies.
How long have you been doing that, Sammy?
Commercially, I've been doing it for 12 months exactly, and then
Yeah, right.
I've been in like radio studios for the last 13 years.
Yeah, okay.
Between ABC and the community broadcasting I did. Yeah.
So do you get people who phone up and want to talk to you, or a bit of a
that's what I
got
was.
a bit of a fan base?
That's what I was going to try and show you, just like a little bit of a bit more of a sort of fun break. I've got to try and find it.
Because I can remember back in the day that particular radio station I used to listen to, I was a bit of a fanboy to the particular announcer or announcers, you know.
Mm.
And there's always a buzz to ring up and talk to them. Of course, you know,
Where is it?
I suppose the most common question is, what was that song you just played, or 2 songs ago? But everyone's probably got Shazam on their phones now, or everyone's got every song on Spotify or something like that.
Hold on a second. Just trying to find. I did a.
Gee, have you got Netflix?
I don't, but I have Plex, so I can get access to some stuff through Plex. Was that because I know that you shared that series that you said suggested. Is that what you was going to say, or different?
Yeah, no. It's because I'm up to. There's only 4 episodes. I've watched 3 so far, and they've just knocked
What's
it
the
out.
name of the show?
Encounters.
Okay, yeah.
They've just knocked it out of the park with their storytelling.
It's really good.
Yeah, just like unreal, like the best I've seen in a long time. And
Is it just like the narration, or is it acting?
No.
Like they act out what they?
no, they're talking to people, actual people who experienced what happened.
Like
It's
an
all
interview
from,
sort of basis.
Beg your pardon?
So it's interview based. So when they're talking to them, do you just see like the person interviewing and you just see the people? Because sometimes they play out what's being told.
Oh, I suppose
interview based.
They do that too. They go back through, and the people tell the director or what they experienced, and they go to the locations where it happened and show what happened. And it's just really well done. And of course, one of the main production company is Amberlin, which is Steven Spielberg's production company.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a couple other other companies involved with it, but it honestly, it's superb, and they've knocked it out of the park. It's like you can't, when you watch these, there's no way you cannot believe these people. It's just
I got another.
I'll have to. I'll have to give it a go and let you know when I watch it.
Yeah, I've even got Mick on Wheels. He's watched the first episode. He thought it was fantastic.
Yeah.
Is that on Netflix?
Yep, sure is.
Yeah, he was begging me for the password, so I was gonna lay down and watch that tonight. I had my mate up here on Friday and Saturday, and she was like, "Oh, do you want to watch a movie?" And I was like, "Yeah." So I put on The Big Bang Theory, and I was like, "Yeah." So I was a big hit. I was just gonna say, I'll show you one more sort of audio clip. This is something that sort of less sort of advertising, and it's more playful. So this is what I do on sort of a daily basis and play around with callers and stuff like that.
Spielberg definitely has some inside information though, because he knew about the naked Mexican alien before everyone else. It looks exactly like E.T.
G'day Bear, when we're talking about Wiggles concerts and trying not to sound like a creep, this is how you do it. It's 98.1 Power FM, and now everybody is going off about Taylor Swift coming to Sydney, but these guys are coming to Newey, and I don't have tickets. Now, I've heard off the grapevine that my gorgeous little niece got tickets for her second birthday. I want to know where my invite is. So the question of the day today is going to go out to my mum. And in the next 10, you can hear that on 98.1 Power FM. It's the Hunter's Best Music. Before that, I'll play some Panic at the Disco for you. Power. The Power. 98.1 Power FM. It's the Hunter's Best Music. Now, before the break, I was a little bit devastated that I couldn't go to the Wiggles. So I've decided to call my mum and ask the hard-hitting questions.
Hello.
Hey, Mum, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Yeah, not too bad. What are you up to today?
I'm going into work.
Well, you would have heard the exciting news.
What about what?
My niece gets to go to the Wiggles concert.
Oh, I knew that. Yeah, I know.
How come I never got to go to the Wiggles when I was a kid?
I've got to go.
All right, see ya. No answer. No answers and still no ticket. I'm devastated. The question of the day today, what did you always want to do as a kid but never had the opportunity to do? Let me know on the socials on Facebook and Instagram. It's 98.1 Power FM.
And that's just basically what I do. And you know, in a 3-hour period, it's amazing the stuff you can actually achieve. And I get to do that on a where are we? Yeah.
So when you're in the studio, do you have a producer in the next booth or something like that?
No. So we're all in regional radio. We don't have budgets for producers, so we're all self-produced. So,
Right.
yeah, we're pretty well under the pump. So we're making. I like to call it. We're doing stuff on the fly. So when songs and stuff are playing, we're prepping our audio for like funny content or stuff like that. I might like have audio already prepared for the day, and I might just line it all up to know exactly where I'm going to land in the show. So it'll the shift sort of, it's built around the music. So you'll have, I think I do 15 talk breaks a day. So I've got in a period of an hour I do. It's 14 talk breaks. So in a period of an hour, I do 5 talk breaks. So within that, I've got to get 2 promotions out. I've got to make some sort of engaging content. I've got to drive people to our social media pages. I've also got to share like entertainment news. I've got to tease what's coming up in the breakfast show, because the breakfast show is like the main sort of focus that goes around throughout the day. And within all those breaks, I have to make each break concise, entertaining, and to the point, and try and keep it down to at least a minute.
Mm-hmm.
So each break that I do can be no longer than a minute to a minute 30.
Yep.
If the break is longer than a minute 30, I have to scrap the break and do it again, unless the content's engaging and has purpose. If not, I have to basically restart it, to be honest, just to be able to hit targets. So yeah, it's pretty intense.
So with you producing your own stuff, you're more free to do stuff, or having a producer would be more restricted?
Really. I've got a content director who's like my boss. So he basically oversees what goes to air on the station, and if he's not happy with anything that we're doing, so there's me. So I'm the afternoons guy. Then there's the 2 breakfast guys. So they're the main people. They're like the people that basically market the station. So breakfast in radio is like the biggest time of the day. So 6 till 9 is like is the pinnacle of where you want to be, and then you've got your work day, which is like second tier down, because those are the guys listening to the radio between 9 till 2, and then work days comes in, and that's a completely different vibe in itself, because people have had a hard day at work, and you've got to keep them entertained while they're driving home.
Yep.
So you want to do a lot of like callback segments where you want to get people involved in the show and just try and make it interactive and try and make it as engaging as possible. So for those 3 hours, the people that are driving home will sit and have Power FM on in the car for a 3 hour period, basically. I mean, the actual scientific guidelines for radio is that people will only listen to radio in 15-minute increments. So you'll notice if you listen to the radio in like a long period of time, you'll hear a lot of the same music. And it's because majority of people will only listen to the radio for 15 to 30 minutes a day. But then you put that on a broader spectrum of everything, and, you know, we've had up to 50,000 listeners during the day.
Mm-hmm.
So it's great. It's crazy. It's honestly like it's a medium that's forever changing. And the thing with radio, it's instant. So if something happens, you can instantly broadcast that. Like, say there's a car accident, 500 meters down the road, we can literally stop the broadcast and talk about it. So, and that's where TV and radio are different, because radio is so instant. You can really and that's why people listen to it. Like, the radio advertising is massive. Like, if you've got a business and you want to get the word out there, you might think, oh, radio advertising, it's a bit expensive, but I can nearly guarantee you scientifically that if you've got a business and you want to be heard in a big way, radio is the best way to do it, because it's such a one-on-one medium that, you know, the people you're broadcasting to, you're not actually having a conversation with the wider variety. You're having a conversation one-on-one with someone. So that's the art of being a good radio presenter, being able to hold a conversation one-on-one with someone and not necessarily looking at the broader picture. So yes, we're broadcasting to 50,000 people a day, but when you go into that studio, you're only broadcasting to one person.
Mm-hmm. Are you guys the only choice of radio in the area, or is there more choices?
So we're not. The stations I work for aren't. We're not surveyed, which is really good, because that means there's another pressure that's not on us. So the pressure is not as high for us to hit our targets, but we've still got to hit targets. So we've got an AM station up here called 2NM, and that plays a lot of like Nirvana and stuff like that. And then the station I work for, they play a lot of like the top 40 hits and everything you'll hear now. And they play a little bit of 80s stuff as well, like Bon Jovi and stuff like that. But majority of what you hear is like top 40 songs and hits. So it's pretty intense. And it's forever changing as well. Like, I've been away for 3 days because of the long weekend, and I hate to think how many emails I've got in my emails when I go back to work on tomorrow. So there you go, bit of inside info.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Once you check your emails, do you do that at work hours or outside of work hours, or do you before you go live?
I do everything I can at work, mate. I like to when I get home.
Do you get time set for that, or you just have to do it in between?
No, I just do it in between. My day, honestly, I dead set. I get to work at probably 8:45, and I'm literally logged
Yeah,
into
right.
I'm logged into my computer in my office at about 5 to 9,
Yeah.
and then I do not stop from 9 o'clock till my lunch break at about 12:30, and I literally get 40 minutes to eat my lunch, and then I'm back into it hard until 5 o'clock every day,
Yeah.
every day.
Yeah.
And it just depends what we're doing. So like this week I'm out, I've got to do a live broadcast. So that adds an immense amount of pressure because you've got to do it live. There's no edits or holdbacks. If you're doing an OB outside broadcast and you say something wrong, well, a client's paying for that. So there's a chance that if you stuff it up, the client won't jump back
Yeah.
on board. So you're like, that's got to be prepared down to a T. And I know it might have sounded like I was being a bit of an arsehole when I used to say to certain people, prepare your shit before you do it. But like,
Yeah.
I can nearly guarantee if you prepared segments or whatever and you were doing a live stream and you wanted it to be really good and entertaining and amazing, like you wanted it to be something that the internet had never seen before, you'd want to prepare because then, there could be people that see that and go, wow, I want to jump on board with that. And that's how a lot of YouTubers and stuff like that get their sponsorship because they'll see something they've done on TikTok and they'll go, oh yeah, we want to be a part of that. And that's how their revenue stream starts to come in. So that's why I always used to say to certain people, prepare your stuff, and that's how you build your following up. It wasn't just going to happen by doing, and G, you've had YouTube channels that have had massive streams, but it wasn't just going to happen by donations to a stream or anything like that. It takes a lot of work to build the streams up, and you'd know that just by doing what you do.
Yeah, I mean, I've had a few companies on both of my channels, and they're not that big, but I've had hobby stuff sent to me. For my G, the Hypersapien channel, which is hobby based, I've had products sent to me, prototypes for me to review for them. I've had stuff sent to me free by companies to do videos for them. On Funkin' Hungry, I've been a part of promotions that they've asked me to do because they've seen my content that I've either done. I mean, one company was a local, they make sorbet and they make bloody ice cream. What's that Italian ice cream, like gelati or whatever it is?
Yes,
Gelato.
They've asked me to be a part of promotions, and also kind of like you were saying, it was last year for spring, so they wanted me to drop the content on, and everyone else that was a part of the promotion to drop it on the 1st of September.
Yeah.
But they sent the stuff to me like a few weeks before. So and other companies have done that. And obviously it's and that was long before really I did live streams properly or anything on those channels. So it's just a pre-recorded content. But obviously, like on Funkin' Hungry and even on my hobby channel, I tried to promote smaller businesses. So there was a small, or it's not even really small, but an Australian company that does like paints, paint brushes, different products. I'm more likely to support them or want to help them because in my mind, even though I'm just a small fry, I'm helping other people see products. It's easy for everyone to do big products, but those companies don't really appreciate it like a smaller company does. And just it's always great to. But like you're saying, if I keep on doing these lives, I mean these lives are a little bit mismatched. Like this, I do it on Funkin' Hungry. That's more food related content, and these lives are kind of more like everyday lives and asking you guys to be a part of it. So obviously you guys bring your personalities, you guys bring your experiences and jobs or whatever you want to talk about. I mean, obviously with Mark, sometimes we'll talk about pop culture paranormal, whatever you want to call it, like ufology and stuff like that. So we all have our interests.
Yeah.
Who knows you never know who's going to be watching, and you never know who might be interested. And that's what part reason, once I monetize or build up Funkin' Hungry, I'm eventually going to move it to another channel. And that's not doing like that other dude did. He wanted that other channel. That's just because this content has become more than one channel now. It's become
Yeah.
more than, because I kind of wanted to at first speak to people on Funkin' Hungry who have a chance to speak to me directly a bit more.
Yeah.
And now it's just becoming, and I really enjoy having like a lot of different people on the panel and on the lives. That's the main reason I want to move it to another channel. And I am actually streaming this on 2 channels now, just so the content, so when eventually people start learning about the other channel more, they can go back to the previous lives and they're kind of there for them to look into as well. But it's just because it's become more than just me, really. In my mind, it's become, like I really enjoy having other people on. Like and that's why I wanted to, like, it's more community driven, and it's.
Yeah.
I mean, I've had a few people on live and on the panel that have even said they never felt comfortable, or they never wanted to be a part of like a live stream. But just
Yeah.
watching these, and I guess everyone feeling so comfortable, everyone feeling like so like we embrace and let anyone. It doesn't matter who you are, your age or whatever you are. If you're pink and you have polka dots all over your face, we're not going to judge. It's like a place
Mate, if
for
you're
everyone just to be
thinking polka
themselves.
dots all over your face, go to the doctors. Just say it.
So,
Oh, I did
so
call
you
myself Dr. Funkenstein.
so you
Might not
wouldn't
have
discriminate
qualifications.
against the naked aliens?
No.
The
Not
reason
really.
I mention it so much, Mark, is because I want them to come on. I hope if I mention it at least once a stream, all of a sudden I'll look down there one day and it will say naked alien and they'll pop up and tell us about themselves.
Yeah. YouTube will probably, ban your content because of, somebody will be offended, or it'll violate their community standards or whatever they are.
Well, technically, I've had a naked alien. Roger took off his shirt a couple of times. That's probably
there you go.
a naked alien right there.
If I took off my shirt, you'd have to censor my titties out.
I'm not sure I'm quite good with that technology.
So
I'm sure we'll find a way.
that's why I opt to put a shirt on before I come on stream. I actually saw it pop up in the Facebook
In the chat,
chat we've got, and I was like, oh, I might go on tonight. Being sober, I was like, I might go on tonight, and then I was like, oh, better put a shirt on. So went and put a shirt on and jumped on stream.
Yeah, like some I have found, because I suffer from depression and stuff, as I've spoke about before. I feel like as well this pushes me to, like, I get something out of it in a way, because it's keeping me busy and focused. And sometimes you don't want to be around people. You want to kind of like isolate yourself when you're like that.
Yeah,
And I guess it's the way society makes us feel, like, especially as men, like keep your emotions and all that stuff bottled up. And
100%.
I'm a big sort of I'm one of those people, because I know I've learned a lot about mental health from speaking to professionals and just going through my own journey and speaking to other people that go through it. So you can kind of, once you know what a diagnosis is, once you know how your mind ticks and all that stuff, you can kind of associate or work out how other people, like you can see those sort of traits in other people. But if I'm talking about it, like I've done it on past live streams when I was by myself once, and I went into my depression, and other people was a little bit shocked, because sometimes I don't seem like I'm the type. But I mean, you being into comedy and stuff, Sammy, you could probably know how sometimes we put on that happy face when you're feeling like shit load. And that's when like these live streams help me, because I'm kind of, even if I'm releasing
Mm.
energy, it's like I'm getting rid of some of that bullshit, some of that pent up aggression, if you want to call it that, or just negative energy, and just and I give this, like, I'll speak about my problems because I feel like I'm giving other people a voice and also an opportunity if they want to share stuff in the chat or even come up here and share it if they want to be vocal about it, like if they want to come up here and talk to us about their issues and just like just that's how I kind of see a lot of these streams. But
Oh yeah.
sometimes, a few of the Mondays ago, I was just feeling really bad and just like, who's going to miss? Like, why? Like, do I need to go live? And I did. And some of those live streams, people really got stuff off. Like, I know, Sammy, you got some stuff off your chest that you said that you know had pent up and had inside. I know, like Mrs. Austin and Mick and just other people. So I really got something out of that and was really pleased that I pushed through my own problems and insecurities and issues or whatever to give other people a platform, but even myself, because I got something out of that as well. Like, and I'm like that with when I say I'm one of those people that say, "Oh, if you want someone to talk to, feel free to message me or come to me." And I know so many people say that, but don't actually mean it.
Mm.
And the reason I mentioned that is because I feel like doing it in this format, this platform, instead of doing it in like text, private messages, or whatever, it's just the same really as like say talking to you here, than talking to you in messages. But also as well, I like to have a bit of a joke. So at least if I am joking, some people who don't understand sarcasm might find it hard to read the sarcasm, but at least if I'm speaking, you can kind of hear the sarcasm and stuff like that, like in my voice, or you can. But yeah, like just that's why I'm saying it's becoming something more than just me, or I'm giving everyone else an opportunity. No, I'm
Well,
not even saying that like I'm blowing smoke up my ass, like, oh,
no,
I'm giving someone a
not at all.
space to talk.
Not at all, G.
It's obviously, yeah,
Yeah, I forget. Honestly, I honestly sometimes forget that it's a live stream because
yeah,
it doesn't just feel like you're having a conversation with your mates. Like the other day, I was scratching my leg, and then I realized I wasn't
yeah,
wearing any undies. So if I was gonna go any further, you were gonna see the old fella, and I was and then I thought to myself, shit, we're on a live stream here. I was like, we're actually live, and I've nearly got my old fella out on stream without even realizing, right? And then, but and I have had those days where it's been a bit shit, and this has been the thing that really makes me sort of look forward to it. Like I was having a bit of a quiet night, and I was just gonna sort of chill out and go to bed. And then I saw the live stream pop up in the chat, and I thought, well, I got nothing better to do. I'll jump on and have a bit of a chat with G, and then
mm,
then Mark comes on, and everyone sort of everyone sort of gets on. And what I like about this is because it's not so serious. Like I can come on as Jim's Bean, and
yeah.
you'll always be like G. What
That's
is it?
that's funk, but it's G funk, but the K is just all weird.
Okay, yeah. So you'll always be G Funk, but that's one of my things. I like to go and change my name and muck around and do whatever. And I might start off being a little bit silly, but that's just my
Yeah,
way of sort of breaking the ice. And you know,
yeah,
and I hope people do get a lot out of these streams because this is 3 hours of time. Like for instance, we got to talk to that young bloke Dexter the other night. You know,
yeah. No, that was good. Yeah,
and people might go, "Oh, this bloke's giving 12-year-old advice," but that's all I was
yeah,
doing. And you hope that they'll take the advice and be, and take it and put it into their life. I mean, if they don't, that's their choice. But all you can do is impart wisdom on the younger generation. And
exactly.
if you can do it on a live stream like this, well, it's a great thing. It's a great thing, and like I was talking to my friend about it on Friday night, and she said, "Oh, because she works, in like the child industry and stuff like that, and works
Yeah.
a lot like early development and like young childhood and
Yeah.
stuff." So, she said, "Oh, show me the stream," and then I went on and I showed her showed her some of the stuff that we'd been doing, and she goes, "Well, this
Yeah.
is really good." Like, she goes, "You have a clear outline of what the stream looks like, and you don't. If you do have people that are on, like, that are underage, you just really pull your heads in and you just tidy yourself up." And she said that's credit to you guys, because you're imparting your wisdom and you're making it a safe space on the internet for people to be in.
Yeah.
So she
And
was
that's
absolutely.
what I look at it as. Like I look at it as, and that's why, like, we always like to have a joke and a laugh. But if someone and it doesn't matter if they're an adult or whatever. There's been plenty of times that someone's in the chat is saying they're having a hard time, a hard day, a hard week, they're struggling. I kind of try to focus it on, and I say they can share it, or if they're not comfortable with sharing or going over it, we can move on from that conversation. But a lot of times, and that's building that safe space and that place for people to feel comfortable. A lot of times, people will sort of go into it a little bit, or we'll share our own experiences in that situation. If it's relationships or mental health or whatever, we can go into that a bit, and like you're saying, we can flip it or make it sort of catered to a certain conversation if we need to, or we can
Yeah.
just act like sort of idiots if need be, just to make people laugh and have fun. But we can definitely dial back and go into, and yeah, especially like if a kid comes on. As I've said, most of these really are aimed at adults because it's kind of that's why these streams tend to be a bit more in the evening when most kids are likely to be put to bed. But I guess as well, there's difference from a kid to a teenager. Teenagers tend to stay up later and stuff anyway.
I'm
But yeah, we
31.
definitely.
I'm
I thought you was a kid.
31 and still get put to bed.
Oh, I thought this whole time that you was. I thought someone's about to come in soon and take you to bed.
Nah, not tonight.
No, not tonight.
Not tonight.
Yeah, that's what it's all about, I think.
Well, that's
And it's
actually.
like when you was talking about radio before. I didn't want to. I'm not the type of person to jump in. I mean, I probably talk over people plenty of times, but if someone's on a roll and talking, I'm gonna let them go. But speaking of letting go, we have a lovely individual that looks like he's ready to tell me that I look shit without a beard.
You're a white cunt.
Oh, you're awake again.
Hey, well, this bloke, he reckons he's tired. He sent a message and told me he was tired.
I'm fucking buggered.
Oh, jeez.
He
Come
said to
on.
me he was tired, and I was talking to him till like 2, 3 in the morning once, and he was saying how tired he was. I want to go to fucking bed.
I do get like that. I
Got your washing
had
up
someone.
done?
What?
Got your washing up done?
No, I don't do that stuff. I let it bank up, and then I get me support worker to come and do it while she takes my shoes off.
Take your shoes off. I wish I had a
yeah.
support worker that took
Oi,
my
how
shoes
funny is
off.
this? How funny is this? I just jumped on the TAB and stuck a fucking bed on in time.
Oh, he's gone. Get him back. Get him back.
He was so excited that he just froze on the spot.
What happened?
You froze.
And I know you turned to the
It's not
side. and
cold. It's not cold. No, how's this? I just fucking got on the TAB and put a bet on in Tokyo and I fucking won.
What are they doing in Tokyo?
Well, they're racing horses.
Oh,
I thought they was beyond that. I thought they'd be racing robots by now.
Yeah. No, they're still doing it. I was stoked. I won. I was like, yes. Put a bet on because it was the only horse in the race that had an Italian name.
Oh,
It's called Benicio.
Oh, yeah.
said horses. I thought it might.
Oh, look at
Pull
you,
that
you
out.
fucking puff.
Mate, you can't say that in 2023, mate.
Oh, fuck.
Quick, go and get your hat.
Actually, I have to say, G, it does make you look younger.
That's not what I'm looking for, though.
It's a good thing, man. You don't want to age. Fuck aging.
The hat or the beard?
I want to look like an old bastard.
No. Like
Well,
a
there
silver
is a-
fox. Like me.
That website you can go to, meetgrannies.com.au.
Oh yeah, I like a good gilf.
Mm.
So do I.
That's my preference.
So do I. Gilfs. The gilfs are they're my target. They're my target demographic.
I want to see if this money's come
Yeah,
through
no.
on my tab yet.
How much did you win?
Look. I'll have to have a look. I have to go away from this.
Well, don't everyone talk at once.
I'm feeling
Oh,
a
it's
bit
just-
tired. I'm feeling a bit tired.
Yeah, that's not like you. It's just a coincidence that happens every time Mick's on.
Yeah,
Shut
it's
up.
a-
Okay. No, it hasn't come through yet. It'll probably be another minute or two. Cool. What's going on with the connection? Like it's all freezing all the time.
It's because you don't have a shirt on.
I need a shirt on.
You got your man cans out.
Yeah.
Where's those sensors that we were talking about, Jay?
Yeah. You got pants on?
Nah. I do. Ah. Let me
He
get me.
disappeared and come back.
Hey,
Oh, looks
look at
like
this,
Mark's
we are. Look at
ready
this.
for
How the
sleep
fuck am I
time.
supposed to sleep?
Yeah.
How am I supposed to
You
sleep?
have to lay. You have to lay.
Excuse
You have to
me.
lay under them.
Excuse me. Hello.
I
Oi.
love it when they're sleeping, but they can't be bothered. They annoy you all the time, but then when they're sleeping, it's like,
He's like, fuck it, I'm staying here.
Mm. So
That's
another
all right.
40 another 35 minutes before you make the 3-hour mark, G. Can you do it?
oh, I can't do anything, Mark. I'm surprised I'm doing this. Or am I? Don't even know what
No.
I'm doing, to be honest.
AI.
You right there, Jim's Bean? Bean? How's
Yeah.
the bean going? You've been flicking any beans lately?
No comment.
Flicked his own bean. That's how he got.
Yeah. When he says no comment, he obviously means that he hasn't got any action lately.
Nah, huge dry spell.
You. Come through.
Yeah.
They come through. Like, good stuff. More money to bet with now.
What'd you win? How much did you
Have
win?
you
$80.
Oh, is that all?
And you put $5 on it. What's wrong with you?
imagine if you
Ten
put $80
bucks.
on it?
Should have put 50
Imagine
bucks.
if you put $80.
Yeah.
Would have been
No.
800.
10:30 at night. I thought, oh, fuck it, I'll just open it up and stick a bit of money on it.
Oh well. Remember, you win some, you lose some.
I had a couple of them today.
You probably lose more than what you win.
I thought that's useless. Not for me. Not for me. Actually, since I've opened up my tab account, I shit you not, I swear to you, I've had a tab account. I've only had a tab account for 2 years, and in the total 2 years that I've had a tab account, and I have a bet on the horses most Saturday afternoons, usually, and I've only lost in 2 years about $150. That's pretty fucking
But
good.
what are you really losing?
Nothing.
No, it's on every ad now.
Yeah.
Every
I
time,
don't fucking watch. I don't watch mainstream television, so I wouldn't have a fucking clue what's on ads.
every time a sports bet ad comes up, you can't have a giggle without someone seriously popping up going, "Before you gamble, what are you really losing?" And you're like, "Fuck, you just destroyed my vibe now."
I don't know. I don't watch mainstream television, so I don't know. I don't even know what ads are.
They pop up on YouTube a lot, those sports bet ones.
Mm. Yeah, they're plastered on social media.
Yeah, bloody annoying.
Doesn't
I
stop.
don't.
Doesn't stop me from gambling.
My fucking light's gonna go out again. Fucking don't you go. Hey, Peter, I need to get into bed soon, mate. You can't just lay in my spot. Get up. Fucking John, he's good to the world.
Sounds like mixing a fishbowl.
Probably because I'm on my phone. Maybe.
Well, Jim's
I'm in.
Bean looks wide awake.
I'm in a fish bowl.
Is that a microwave?
Yeah, I forgot to shut the door.
I'm in a fish bowl. What do you mean you forgot to shut the door?
Of my microwave.
Sunday.
There you go. That's better.
What did you put in the microwave? Well, he's gone to shut it now. You made him paranoid.
Listen to him.
Oh, Mark's dropped off as well.
Oh God. Fucking. It's all happening. Well, welcome to the live stream. What can I call this live stream? I'm gonna rename this live stream.
Yeah, what are you going to call it?
Woke cunt.
That sounds like a hell hip group, like a gang.
It does, doesn't it?
I was going to say, would it be a gentleman's club or a ladies' club? But it would be one of those they-them clubs.
They and them.
Yeah. Got to let everyone be involved.
No, you can't rename anything. It's not allowed. It's in the rules.
Okay. Sorry there, Shufu man. Apologise.
Rules are meant to be broken.
Isn't that one of your rules, G? You can't change the names from now on?
Wasn't my rule? Yeah, you can't change your name once you come on stream. You have to pick oh man. Some of the funny shit.
No, depends if I'm on my computer or if I'm on my phone, because on my phone my name's different to what it is on the computer.
Okay. What's
You
it
can
on the
go
computer?
You can go and change it at any time.
I know. I don't remember what it was. What was it? What was on the computer before?
Bloody fig jam. Fig jam.
Yeah, that's right. Fig jam. That's right. It was too. It used to be stop picking on me.
It was. It was.
Stop picking on me.
Then we stopped picking on you, so you changed it, right?
To fig jam.
Why not toe jam?
Because fig jam. Don't you know what fig jam means?
Fuck, I'm
Yeah, isn't
good.
it made
Just
from a
ask me.
fruit?
Right. Means
Oh,
fuck,
well, I
I'm
didn't
good.
ask you, Mark, but now I know.
It means fuck, I'm good. Just ask me. That's it.
You hipsters and your 2023 words. So, yeah, I don't know.
So you'll just have
I
to
don't
build a bridge and get over it, Neil.
Yeah.
I thought it
At
takes
least,
a
at
while.
least if I build a bridge, I can. At least if I build a bridge, I can troll under the bottom of it.
Or we could just build lots and lots of bridges so that some people can go over them.
You can't go
Mhm.
over it. You can't go over it.
Like, so many bridges in. There's so many bridges in Queensland.
So what the fuck does WTF mean anyway?
What the fuck?
Yeah, what the fuck does WTF mean?
It means exactly what you just said.
What's everybody talking about?
Oh, we don't know.
We was talking about you, but we quickly changed it. You went and closed the microwave. What did you
Would you
last
like-
have in the microwave, Sammy?
Pardon?
What did you last have in the? Well, just spat everywhere. At least you know that I don't swallow.
I had scrambled eggs and
What you-
beans.
You had pork and beans.
Scrambled egg and beans, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Scrambled eggs and beans. What the fuck is that?
It was my dinner tonight.
Something you put in the microwave, apparently.
Did you
cook
wash
eggs
it
in the
up?
microwave?
No,
Did you wash it up?
it's sitting next to me. I'm gonna leave it. Gonna pile it up for my support workers to come and do tomorrow.
How'd you cook scrambled eggs in the microwave? Well, you just put it on for a bit, pull it out, put it back in. Oh, Sammy, what are you doing?
It's
Is
called
that a
Able
packet of scrambled eggs?
It's called Able
Disabled
Food.
food.
It's called Able Foods. It's like Meals on Wheels, but better.
You know all about Meals on Wheels.
My other,
Sorry, everyone.
my other name. Oh, what's my other name, G?
Microwaved eggs. What the
Mike-
fuck?
Michael.
Did it taste good though?
Michael.
Now I know why you didn't want to eat on camera, Sammy, because it's bloody microwaved eggs.
Yeah, I'm waving. You said Michael wave. Hi, cunt.
Good twat.
I'm sitting here waving. You keep saying microwave.
Yeah, I was hoping you'd catch on to it.
Fucking- oh. Damn it. Fuck. I might call in sick tomorrow.
Good idea.
I don't fucking care. I'm really not caring this
It's-
week.
Do you know what you could tell him there, Mick?
What?
You say that you had some microwave scrambled eggs and you don't feel well.
That's right. It killed my vibe in my gut. I can't help.
The old verbal diarrhea.
The old poo bum.
Oh,
No, you got a problem with your eyes.
whose eyes?
Yeah, you can't come into work tomorrow. You got a problem with your eyes. You just
Oh,
can't
that's
see
right.
yourself
I
coming
can't
into work
see.
tomorrow.
I'm blind and fucking legless.
If they say what was the problem with your eyes, say I was sleeping when I should have been at work. That's the problem. Your eyes were closed.
Yes,
I don't
that's
have a
right.
problem anymore.
That's right. Good oath.
Bit of comfort food there, Sammy.
Cat nibbles, cat biscuits.
I'm fucking having. Oi, I'm so can't wait till this fucking movie starts this week.
What movie's that?
The Exorcist.
Oh, it's a remake, is it?
It's it's another one, like a new one. It's like, yeah, that fucking looks so good.
I'm
It
having
looks really scary.
having a little bit of a light snack.
Light.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mark, look it up. It's called Exorcist something. I think it's called Exorcist Believer or something.
Oh, yep.
It's the new one. It starts this week. I'm excited because it looks really fucking scary. And I'm into scary shit like you wouldn't believe. I love it. So I've got this take on. Hey?
I said that's why is that why you've been friends with Sammy this long?
Because he scares the fuck out of me. So
I'm an idiot, sorry.
I got this concept, Mark.
Mm.
That you know how whatever they've been doing exorcisms for so many years or centuries or whatever, yeah?
Didn't you get a phone call, a video phone call from a guy who was possessed?
Yeah.
No, that just turned out it was.
Yeah, he was like this. When he answered the phone, he was like this.
Oh, did I call you last time I was off my face?
If you want to call yourself someone that you don't want, that's fine. No, you didn't. No, but I got this concept, Mark, about exorcisms, yeah?
Mm.
So they talk about it in a religious sense from the Catholicism and all that sort of shit,
Yep.
Christianity, whatever. And they talk about it from the devil's point of view.
Mm.
I don't know, man. I just don't know. I reckon it's got something to do with aliens.
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
Go have a look
Wait a
at.
second. Is it the naked aliens or?
No, surfing with the fucking alien. Joe Satriani. Yeah, what did you say? Go have a look at what?
Hang on.
Because I've always thought that, man.
Yeah, go have a look at some of the interviews. There's a lady called Diana Walsh Pasolka. She's she's an American writer and professor of religious studies at the University of North Carolina.
Yeah.
She's written a book called American Cosmic. There's plenty of videos of her on podcasts out there, and she does talk about that. Because she's a professor of religious studies, and I think she was one of the consultants on whether it was this one or one of the previous Exorcist movies, and she does talk about exactly what you just described.
Yeah. I've just always thought that. So if I can think that without looking at this woman, there must be some truth to it.
Mm.
Well, if you looked into what archons are,
What is it?
archons, and then
Akon is a
if
singer.
you follow Akon,
Sorry.
if you follow different cultures, archon, and if you look into archons, one of them, Jehovah, was like the king of the archons, and then obviously in Christianity, they've used that name for different stuff, but it's just the same as jinn, and obviously in Christianity, it's demons or fallen angels.
Yeah.
But if you look into archons enough, they look exactly what the grey aliens look like. Just like, you know, the big black eyes and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, Aleister Crowley as well. Have you looked into him at all much? Because he was said to have summoned a physical being, and when they through what the depiction and what the image is meant to look like, it just looked like what people look at aliens as this day and age. But that was summoned, like, you know, into the physical realm. And it's just, yet again, it's like just a big-headed being with like big, dull black eyes and stuff. But I guess when you look into possession, normally the eyes don't have like any life to it. Like they look really dark and stuff. That's why I've always found the Queen, Prince Philip, the Pope, and some other people, if you look at their eyes, they just don't look like they have no life behind it. There's quite a few people that look similar. Even like the Rockefeller and stuff like that, they have these eyes that are almost... Hey?
You're getting a bit of feedback, G. It sounded real tinny.
I think that's Mick.
No.
Yeah, this
sounds normal. Sounds normal now, but do I sound okay?
Yeah, a little bit scratchy, but yeah, before it was pretty bad.
Okay, because yeah, when I was trying to listen to what Mick was saying, it sounded like that as well.
Mm.
See, it always happens when I talk about the naked aliens. I'm pretty sure they try to, you know, maybe it's my paranoia, but I swear I could talk about piss and fart and they don't care, but when I start talking about real stuff, it's like...
I just want to meet Paul. I just want to meet the alien Paul. You know, Paul?
The one that likes Reese's Pieces.
Paul the alien.
Yeah, he likes Reese's Pieces. So, do you want anything? He's like, Reese's Pieces, yes.
It's the movie Paul the alien, and and he's got... Who is it? Who plays his voice?
Seth Rogen.
Yeah, and he gets stoned 24/7. I love it. That's the sort of alien I want to meet.
I'm sure. I mean, they would have personalities similar to humans have. Like, they wouldn't all be like the same, unless they're like ants and hive mind. I like to feel like you would get along with one. You know, you'd find one and you'd be able to get along with one. And I like when they say about, you can anal probe me, and he comes in with the bagel on his finger and he's like twisting it around in the hole, and he's like, anyone want a bagel?
That dragon's a legend.
Yeah.
Here we go, G. I found one for you.
Oh, here we go. Oh yeah. I like to probably prefer a few more curves myself, but I'm sure after a couple of drinks.
Hey, Mark, can you send me that lady? Can you message me the name of that lady?
Yeah, mate, yeah.
But anyway, as I was saying, I'm going to go and watch The Exorcist this week. I'm really looking forward to it because I like watching really scary stuff. That's just me. It's cool. It's the adrenaline. I think it's the adrenaline.
Yeah, Seth MacFarlane's a great voice actor, and he has an amazing voice as well.
Yes.
But yeah, I don't reckon I've seen a horror film in the cinema since maybe It, like the remake.
Yeah.
which I quite enjoyed. I reckon Skarsgård done a good Pennywise.
You gotta watch Smile,
He's
man.
gonna, hey,
Watch Smile.
I have, yeah.
It's not too bad.
Yeah, I quite liked it. I know a lot of people gave a shit, but the only thing
Yeah.
that was a little bit threw me off a little bit. It's like Pope's Exorcist was pretty good, but then they seemed to like build up to this huge like CGI monster. Like, oh, I'm CGI and I'm going to scare everyone. Like sometimes
Yeah.
it just takes me out of those films because I prefer the more psychological, like how it's all this stuff's happening, but it kind of fucks with your head a little bit because you imagine what it'd be like if it was real. And then when you see a CGI monster, like, I'm not quite real, I'm CGI, I'm like a computer game. Like, it
Yes.
just takes me out of it. It's like I used to prefer Star Wars. Some CGI is really good.
Mm.
Like Marvel can do some crazy CGI. But I
Yeah.
prefer like Lord of the Rings, how a lot of the orcs were people with makeup and stuff on, and then later on they kind of got slack and started making it CGI. To me, I just prefer like physical effects but yeah, The Exorcist. I loved the original. Not so much
Have a
the
look at-
sequels. They was okay, but they didn't have the same charm. But yeah, this
Have a
new
look
one.
Have a look at the ads for this new one. It looks pretty good.
Yeah, I'm actually looking at like images now, and you know how she first gets possessed and kind of her eyes change and stuff, but then when she like fully her face starts morphing. Like I guess I could show you the picture. Like that looks pretty
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
This is kind of got it side by side, like where she first starts changing, and then where she towards the end, where she just like fully, where the creatures fully started to take her over.
Mm-hmm.
My only problem is I don't have any friends, so I'll just have to go and come home and tell Sol all about it. He'll probably end up falling asleep on me. I'll be like, "Oh, and this happened and this," and rolls over, goes to sleep. He's awake now for some reason.
I don't
Think
go to the movies. I prefer going to the movies on my own anyway.
so you
There's
don't have
nothing
to
worse
worry
than
about
going.
someone else.
Yeah, there's nothing worse than going to a movie and you think it's a fucking unreal movie, and you walk out of the movie with your mate and he's gone, "That's fucking shit," and then you're like, "Oh fuck, thanks, mate, fucking killjoy."
Yeah, last time I saw a movie with a chick, she was on her phone for a lot of it.
Yeah,
Texting
fuck
people.
that. Yeah. Yeah, last time I saw a movie with a chick, she was in my lap, but I mean, that's just the way it is.
Oh yeah, I've had that before. It made Batman a whole lot more interesting.
Look, I was still focusing on the movie. I had to.
I love a bit of sneaky popcorn, Dick. Why not?
Yeah. Makes it a little bit more salty, eh?
Oh, there you go. Want some popcorn? Hold on, just let me off. Go for it. Dig in.
I thought this was meant to be butter popcorn, not creamy popcorn. Or...
Well,
Fucking hell. It's funny. I need to go and chuck a piss and go to bed. I actually do. I'm fucking. Got to start.
The
I'm
creamy
gonna
popcorn talk got you.
There'll be no
I reckon the
popcorn
creamy
here.
popcorn excited him a bit. He's going to go watch the trailer of Exorcist and enjoy himself before he goes to sleep.
Have like a weird wank. Have like a weird wank.
Yeah. Well, she's a little bit scary, but she's doing it for me.
She doesn't have any. She doesn't have any teeth, so it's not too bad.
Oh yeah, we were talking about gilfs before.
That's the best thing about living in East Narrow. There's lots of chicks around here with no teeth.
Yeah. Nothing worse than teeth getting in the way. It's like a bloody cheese grater.
Fuck's sake. I gotta go. I gotta crash out. I'm fucking buggered. And my dog.
Yeah, no worries, man.
I
No
will
worries at all.
say. I'll let you
Well,
go.
we just,
I-
yeah,
Go.
Have a great night.
get out of here.
See you, Mick.
Michael Wave.
Microwave.
Michael Wave. See ya.
All right, catch you, dude.
Oh, God.
So, bye. Bye.
Yeah, I haven't seen Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. Yeah, it does look a little bit shit, really. But I'll give it a go at some stage. I did watch one. What was it called? It was like a slaughterhouse. It was like about this killer sloth, and goddamn, it was just so bad. It was so bad. Like even the females that act, and it was kind of like teeny boppy females, and just like they just I didn't know if they was excited or scared or what was going on, but definitely I reckon the most scary part of the film was that someone actually made that, or that they thought that was good enough to put out to the public.
Hmm.
Definitely scared me that.
Well, did they put it out to the public?
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah, it's
shocking.
amazing. It's amazing what's out there. You sometimes you watch a movie and you go, well, that's an hour and a half. I'll never get back.
I felt exactly like that with Gran Turismo.
Yeah, I haven't seen that. I have the opportunity if I want to watch it, but yeah, just what didn't you like about it?
Everything.
Just even the cars.
It was just the storyline was really disjointed, and well, it was based off the
The video game.
well, it wasn't based off the video game. Remember how they did the GT Drivers Academy? Like they had that massive gaming esports event, and they had the Gran Turismo Driving Academy, and then the people got the opportunity to race proper cars through Nissan. So they had that, but then it was just really far fetched, and the storyline was so disjointed. Like it was your typical storyline of a son that really sort of had no ambition, and his dad. Well, he had an ambition of being a race car driver, and his dad was like, "That's not a real thing. You should go out and get a proper job." And it was just like your typical cookie cutter storyline of like, "Oh, you're a no coper, bloody gamer. It'll never get you anywhere." And then it comes.
So you're talking about Fast and Furious?
Yeah, pretty well.
What he was talking about? What he was talking about, Billy Madison.
And then he like,
pretty much the same story.
yeah. And then he pretty well turns around at the end of the movie. He's like, "Oh, you did it. You became this racing car driver, and I'm so proud of you. You're a bloody legend." And I just went, "Fuck that." I was like, "Really?" I sat here 2 hours in the movie theater, watching this shit, and then I left.
Yeah.
Just gonna let the dog out. Who let the dog out? I let the dog out.
GD. Yeah. There's one movie there. I watched the whole thing. It's called There Will Be Blood, and it's set back in sort of the late 1800s, early 1900s sort of thing, about finding oil. And it's got some big famous actors in it. And it was one of those really slow moving movies, and some people got killed, and yeah, it was just 2 hours of my life or whatever it was, hour and a half, that I'll never get back, sort of thing.
I honestly felt like that with Avatar. The new
Yeah.
one, I watched it and I was watching it and it just dragged on and on and on and on. And it just felt like it was never going to end. And then
Yeah.
I don't know what it is lately, but they have all these things of like making these blockbuster 3-hour movies. And I just want them to go back to an old school 90-minute movie
Yeah.
where, you get to the middle and end in a decent amount of time instead of bloody dragging on for 3 hours. And then what annoys me, I wouldn't mind the 3-hour movie, but at least give you an intermission, like so you
Yeah.
can go for a piss break or something.
Mm.
Bloody sitting there for 3 hours and you're waiting for that moment that. Yeah, so I just end up leaving half the time.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I haven't seen the second one. I'm a little bit hesitant to see the second one. Sometimes I think when they make a movie, they should just leave it at the first one. Like Kill Bill 2 was a good example. Kill Bill, the first one was great. A bit like The Matrix. The first Matrix, absolutely brilliant. And second and third one, I understand why they did it, but it just sort of didn't do it for me,
Yeah, no, I get that. Like, I don't know, like you've really got to, when you're making a sequel, you've got to do it because, like, I even think they've gone too far with Fast and the Furious now.
Yeah.
Like 10 movies, really?
Yeah.
Really? Like, who really wants to see 10 movies of basically the same thing? And my dad,
yeah, I was just going to say it. Most of the time, it's the big name stars that get the people in to watch the movie.
Yeah, my old man, massive fan of Fast and the Furious. And every time a new movie comes out, you can guarantee he's going to the movies to watch it. And I just think, yeah, the last one I watched was number 5, I think.
Yeah.
That was the last one, and then I watched the spin-off, the Hobbs and Shaw or whatever it was called, and then called it quits after that.
Yeah, just I don't know. Maybe I haven't watched a lot of movies lately. I don't know. I just can't seem to be able to sit down and get into them. Maybe I should try, but I'm just not in the right frame of mind. Hello, he's back.
Yeah, Fast and Furious wasn't good after number 2. I haven't watched about the last 4 or 5.
Yeah.
The trailer's enough for me.
Well, exactly. If you watch the trailer, you've probably seen the whole movie anyway. And then you've got to then of course you can't have a Fast and Furious movie without a scene where they're changing 50 million gears in the car.
Yeah, and I haven't seen the last Avatar because I just don't know if I have that much time to commit to the movie.
I certainly didn't.
What's it go for? 3 hours or something?
3 hours exactly.
Far out.
With no intermission.
Yeah.
That's almost as bad as the Funkin' Hungry Live.
Yeah, look, another 20 seconds and you'll be in that magic 3 hour mark. So
next time we'll just have to paint ourselves blue.
Yeah.
See if we can do a better job.
Yeah. So you want to do your outro now? You want to wrap it up, G?
We could. Or we could just talk a little bit more until we're bored and all want to leave.
Yeah.
But you were talking about sequels. I reckon Aliens is good. I reckon Terminator 2 is good. But then, that being said, all those franchises, they milked them really badly. as
Oh,
well.
they screwed them. You know, they made them very female centric.
11 o'clock.
Which is fine because Ripley was a great character, but yeah, just
Yeah.
you know, like,
Yeah, but the agenda now is,
yeah.
you know, that look what they did to Luke Skywalker, for instance. You know,
You had to remind me. He threw his lightsaber and then he went and drank some milk, and
out of
that's
the
about
titty,
all he did really.
the blue milk out of the titty.
And you got to love the face he made. Like, why did he go through that much effort if he didn't like it? I would have just used like boiled some seawater and drank that. But yeah, Luke Skywalker was definitely in. I loved Return of the Jedi where he rocks up to Jabba's palace, and I'm like, oh, look how awesome he is.
Mm.
He's a real Jedi now. And then just they made him some old guy. Get off my lawn. But yeah, I guess it is what it is.
And then they wonder why they're losing money hand over fist in these movies.
Yeah. There was a movie I watched twice.
All right.
Why did you watch it twice if it was painful to sit through? I guess Cody likes to go for a bit of pain. He wanted to see if it was good enough the second time. Yeah, I'm pretty similar. I have been watching films since last Halloween because I kind of got back into horror. I went through and watched all of the Halloweens, and it kind of gave me a new love for it. But I went off films for years, and even horror. Just every new horror I watched was just too over the top.
The other thing,
Yeah, it is
the
hard
horror
to.
movies. Sorry, the horror movies I've watched. You know, because I know it's fake, it doesn't make it real. That's, you know, so horror's never been a big genre for me. You know, I know it is. I know it is for some people, but yeah, I don't know. Maybe I just haven't watched enough of them.
What would you rather, comedy?
Oh, I don't know. I prefer science fiction. I do like a good comedy, but I suppose a movie that's probably going to take you on a journey, get you enthralled, or one of those movies that you start watching and before you know, it's over, and you think, where did that time go? Like, you look around, you go, hang on a minute, is it over already?
Yeah.
Because you're so focused in, or you're so enthralled in the story that suddenly it's over. And
yeah, that's how I know I love a good film, because if I start looking at my phone and I start fiddling, I'm starting to I check how long the film has left, and that's when I know I'm. And some films, even if I do enjoy them a bit, like Sammy was saying, how long they are, sometimes I just don't have that long to sit in front of a film anymore. So I'll pause it and come back to it the next day or a couple of days later, because it's just when it's a few hours long. I have other stuff to do sometimes. You start watching it and but yeah, like you're saying, Mark, it's like I know I really enjoyed it when it starts wrapping up and you're like, oh, that was a couple of hours, that's over already. You kind of want more a little bit.
The last movie I really enjoyed was a movie called Cocaine Bear.
Yeah, I've seen that.
And it was based on a true story, but it was kind of like a comedy. And I remember from start to finish, I lost it. And then the other great movie I watched this year was the John Farnham biopic, which was awesome. I thought.
Oh yeah, that was terrific. Yeah.
And then one of my uni lecturers was actually in the movie, which blew me away, because she She gave me like some of the best advice I've ever been given, and she was in the movie. Cherie, her name was. She's absolutely amazing lady, and I didn't realize that she had so much to do with John Farnham's career. It was
Yeah, right.
real honor to find that out. And then yeah, they're probably the two main movies that I've watched this year that I've really got something out of. And then I went and watched Gran Turismo, but I watched the John Farnham movie with a friend of mine, and yeah, we both come out of the movies, and because she's a bit of a keen singer, and she before the movie she like got right into all these albums, and got major pumped about the movie. And I thought I hope this movie is not going to be a letdown, because she's literally put all this time into getting to know the albums and stuff like that. And I was like, I literally watched it and I thought, wow, what an eye opener, like. So that's what I like. I like sort of movies that cut the bullshit. But I also like movies that are a little bit sort of they're a good laugh. But Avatar and stuff and the 3-hour movies, mate, I don't know what they're trying to do, but yeah, not my cup of tea.
And I know it comes down to technology and stuff, but I feel like they just, me personally, feel like they left Avatar way too long, where I just lost interest in wanting more of it. Maybe if it came out a bit quicker, I might have still kind of enjoyed the first and wanted to see more of it. But I'm just, I've got over that and moved on by now.
Well, I even went back.
Sorry, Sammy, you go.
You're right. I even went back and started watching the first one, and I didn't even get through that before I went and watched the second one. But I remember watching Avatar for the first time, and I think it was because new technologies were just coming out, and I think that's what immersed me into the story when it first happened, was that the visuals of Avatar were absolutely fucking amazing. Like, I remember watching that movie and being like, wow. And even with when Disney took over Star Wars, like the effects that they had in that movie, because it was so fresh for all that sort of technology coming out, I would literally go to the movies not to watch the storyline, but just to see visually spectacular movies that you'd never seen before. And now, because we've been so lucky, and been spoiled with such great CGI and the Lion King remake and stuff like that, I think now when people make movies, I think the expectation is so high. And honestly, my take on Avatar was, yes, it was visually spectacular, but I'm so used to seeing visually spectacular movies now that I found the storyline a little bit lackluster. So I was sitting there and I was like, yeah, the visuals are good and stuff, but there was nothing sort of in the movie that, made me want to stick around.
Yeah, no, that makes perfect sense. Yeah.
But on that note, it's getting past my bedtime, so I'm thinking I might.
No worries at all, man.
No worries, mate.
You're going to head off as well, Mark?
Yeah, I am actually. Yeah, you read my mind. I'll be up at 5 a.m. to get ready to go for work. So just like to say thanks for having me on, and thanks Sammy, for sharing about your work.
Yeah, no worries at all. Anytime. Anytime. If
you boys are always welcome. You know that.
If you're ever in the Hunter Valley in New South Wales, mate, pop in for a tour.
Righto, man. No worries. Appreciate it.
I'll give you a tour of the station. That's one of my favourite things to do when family and friends pop up for a visit. I love to take them through the station and show them how it all works. So
cool.
Except for you, G, don't bother, mate. I wouldn't let you.
Oh, that's all right. I wouldn't want to anyway. You know that. Why the hell do I want to go there? I put up with you enough here.
But What I'll do, Mark, is I'll definitely book some accommodation and make sure I'm close by.
Yeah.
So he's already had someone else to look forward to coming in his neck of the woods. Now he's got two of you.
When he announced where he was staying, I was a little bit shocked. I was a bit surprised, actually.
Yeah,
What did
wasn't it basically the next door neighbours?
Like it's literally just down the street, around the corner. Like it's like 300 meters or something like that. Yeah,
A little
Yeah.
bit too close for comfort.
It wouldn't be the convention centre in Brisbane, would it? The
no.
oh, what's that place called? Eaton Hills.
No, Eaton Hills. No, that's on the north side of Brisbane.
Oh, okay, yeah. I went and did a seminar thing at Eaton Hills about it would have been 2 years ago.
Yeah.
It was like a big convention sort of centre.
Was just a question, G, before we go. Was he in the chat the other night? Did I hear correct?
No, but if it's the one that I'm guessing that you were talking about, is Laura had a huge cry in the chat a couple of streams ago. She
Sorry,
made a
who-
huge deal out of stuff. Laura?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if that's what you're referring to, but yeah, she made a huge song and dance about stuff, and she mentioned all that stuff, and yeah, had a go at me and said that she's not going to be a part of these streams anymore, and basically said, yeah. So I haven't seen him, but I did actually take him off my hobby page the other day, because when you run a hot Facebook hobby page, you can see who's seen the post. You can go to seen and it says it, and he kept on looking at him. So I'm like, he has nothing to do with the hobby, and obviously he hasn't reached out to try to fix any issues. So I just removed him from that page as well. But
Yeah.
besides just looking at how you can do Facebook stories, and again, you can see who's seen it. He looks at a lot of that, but besides that, I haven't had any contact with him.
Well, on a personal level, and I hate to put shit on people, but I decided that as soon as he read those messages out on his stream, remember that night, and he said, because it involves UG, I'm going to read the messages out.
Yeah, which I still thought was out of order. Even, I mean, you don't need to do all of that. Like, you don't need to do none of that live. And when he had to cry at me on that stream, that's why I'm like, just get on with it. Like, don't use me as like, I don't want to distract it. Like, you don't need to do stuff like that live if there is real issues there.
Yeah. So that as soon as, because I said that to him out of anger, in a personal sort of manner, because I honestly thought he was a mate. So I thought I'm not going to cop shit, and I'm going to tell him straight how it is. And you know what the really sad thing is? I told him straight before anyone had the balls to stand up to him, and all this shit sort of spiraled
from there.
Spiraled after that.
Yeah.
But the fact that the thing that really pissed me off was my instinct was so fucking right. It was so right.
Yeah.
And I went, no, I'll give him the benefit of the doubt, and I'll apologize and say this and that. But my instinct was 100% spot on. 100%. And I thought to myself straight away after all that rubbish happened, I was like, I should have just went with my instinct. Because if I...
Yeah. No, it happens a lot that we have this intuition or whatever you want to call it, but a lot of times we don't go, well, like, we give people the benefit of the doubt, and then it's like with the Laura stuff. I knew she was going to have a go at me. I was waiting for it because I just knew there was little, like, sometimes people do just certain behavior, even if it's online and you don't like know them in person, you can just you know that they're about to fire up at you, and I was just waiting for her to do that. And that's, I guess, like you with what you were saying. like your intuition was saying like not to even bother, but you did just to try to. But even myself and you had a couple of issues, Sammy, and that was mainly because I was sticking up for him in a
Yeah.
way. But even when that stuff happened with reading out the text messages, I remember saying, you know, he's only like you're only human. People react out of anger, and you know, like you may have said a few naughty words, swore or whatever. It's like it's no big deal. Like I've got angry, and I mean, you probably heard that me getting angry, but you know, sometimes you just get angry and you just feel like saying what's on your mind, but sometimes you might just, you know, use a few swear words or whatever to do it. So
There was some
Okay.
times personally that I felt a little bit off about the whole situation, and it was just one day that I was having a chat to a friend of mine off
yeah,
and they suggested that I go and do this stream, and I was like, yeah, okay, I'll give it a go. And it started off with what I thought was good intentions and stuff, and I honestly thought to myself, oh, this bloke's not so bad. But when I first met him, like the first day I met him, there was something that seemed to me a little bit off. So when I went and met him for the first time, I said, oh, g'day, mate, how are you? And I went up to him like I do with a lot of people
Yeah.
with disabilities. I'll go and introduce myself. And I went up to him, and his support worker said, oh, g'day, how are you? And she was really talkative and stuff. He did not say a word. Not one word did he speak to me.
yeah. I've heard Mick say that he's like that in person.
And
Mm.
I went, oh, that's a bit strange. Like, that's a bit strange. And then so he'd one of my support workers had worked with Robbo in the past, and
Yeah.
my support worker went up to Robbo and said, how you going, mate? Like, how you been? Like, you know, just being his normal self and being talkative. And Robbo didn't give him
Yeah.
anything. And I thought, geez, this bloke's a
Oh.
little bit. This bloke.
And you can't put that down to being shy or whatever. Like you can say, "Oh, how you going?" all that. You don't have to be that talkative, but at least like give someone, you know, like your attention.
Yeah.
Well, so he basically just blanked you all.
Yeah, just blank, like just blank, just nothing. And I said to Mick, I said, oh fuck, I said to Mick, I was like, mate, this guy was a bit off. Like I'm not sure about him. And then yeah, it was just when I got asked to do the stream, I was like, oh, I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. And I honestly thought to myself, I thought, wow, this guy's talkative. Like, this is a different side that I've never seen before. And then I saw his dark side sort of come out over a period, and I go, I fucking knew it. Like, I fucking knew it. And I was a bit angry with myself for a while because, like, I already knew that. Yeah, he wasn't.
You've had bad, yeah, like you've had bad experiences, and
this was way.
Well, that's why I just started picking up on like that anger controlling issues, which is very narcissistic, and I've been around that for a lot of my life.
Yeah,
like having a parent that is very much like that. Funny enough, mainly to me as well, but yeah, I won't go into that too much. But yeah. It's just I don't need that toxic drama bullshit around me, and obviously I was like started to get to the point where I was kind of defending either his behavior or just defending, like trying to almost, because like when you did stuff, you did nothing wrong, but I felt the need to try to, and I wasn't taking sides, but I felt the need to like try and stop that from escalating, and that happened with a few people, and I just found myself getting to the point I'm just like, I'm not a parent, I'm not a carer, I shouldn't get myself in bullshits. Like I shouldn't make other people start questioning who I am just to stick up for him. And that like is in regards to you, Sammy, as well. And when I let down my wall, when I stopped trying to like sort the situation, and me and you just spoke like I got along with you, and the same
Yeah.
happened to other people
Yeah.
that he had issues with. So it got to the point where why should I have issues with other people just because he has issues? It's not my problem at the end of the
So-
day. Why should I have to sort out his problems for him?
The thing is, G, like with me, straight up, there's no bullshit. Like what you see is what you get.
Yeah.
Even a friend of mine, we went out for dinner on thing, and I'm a bit of a local celebrity where I live. So like, if I go out for dinner or something, like I can very rarely get a fucking word in, right? So everyone comes up to me and they're always talking to me, and I make myself
Yeah.
approachable. And it just so happened that the restaurant that I was going to go to, where I knew people would leave me alone, I just knew that
Yeah.
that wasn't a mainstream restaurant, so there wouldn't be a lot of people there. And I went, oh yeah, we'll go to this little restaurant where we can have a like quiet chat and a few quiet drinks, and everything will be good. And then I go into the restaurant and they're like, oh, did you get our message? It's closed. And I was like, oh, I was so busy. I just thought it was a confirmation to say that dinner was tonight. And they're like, no, we've closed the restaurant for a week. And I was like, oh, bugger. So then I said, I'll take you up to the pub. Like, and it's probably the biggest pub in town. So I'll take you up to the pub. They do a really nice feed. And the manager will look after us. He'll make sure we've got a nice table and stuff. And within probably about 5 minutes of sitting down, I had probably 20 or 30 people walk up to me and go, oh, we love you, Sammy, bloody, you're hilarious, whatever. And I love that. And I love being that guy and thing. And I just said, I was literally halfway through my dinner, and then another girl walked up to me and she goes, oh, is this your girlfriend? And I was like, no, just a friend. And I was like, and it started to get a little bit intense. So I actually stopped eating my dinner, and like my mate was sort of just finished hers, and I just said, I'm gonna call it. And we just left, and after that, and then I ended up, because I had planned to go bowling at like 8 o'clock or something, and so I rang the bowling alley and they were just closing, and the manager said to me, he's like, oh, is that you, Sammy? He goes, I'll tell you what, he goes, I'll shut the bowling alley and I'll just give you the bowling alley for the next 2 hours to yourself. And I was like, oh, that'll be unreal, because I'll have that time to, just have conversation, have fun without being bothered. And then so I ended up having a really good night after that. But I just, it's a bit hard when someone like me is, what you see is what you get, because there's not really a switch where I have time to switch off. If I'm at home, it's fine. But if I'm out and about, like, I've always got to be on, because if I'm not, if I go off in any way or do anything that's off the Richter, that looks bad.
People will hear about it.
Yeah, it looks bad on me, looks bad on the company, and it's just, sometimes it's exhausting. It's absolutely exhausting, but it's what I signed up for. So yeah, got to take the good with the bad. And luckily, my friend's very understanding, and understands that my job is quite like people focused. So, but sometimes I wish that I could honestly work incognito sometimes and people didn't know me, but I can't. So
it looks like Mark needs to head off though.
Yeah, no, I'm right. I'm just enjoying the conversation.
You're right.
Here.
That's all right.
Got a bit of an itchy back. That's all. I've been going through. Actually, just over the weekend, I've gone through a almost very similar situation. And I actually rang Mick earlier and talked to him about it. I thought I was a fairly good judge of character. But it turns out that we can't control what other people do in their private lives when we're not here talking to each other now. I mean, we're talking and joking, but we when we switch off these cameras, we go and we don't know what each other does, right? You can go and watch something on the internet that may be distasteful to someone else, and you think it's hilarious.
Yeah.
We all go and do our own things. We're all responsible for our own actions, and until you get to know that person or see that person in real life, you really don't know what they are, what they like, or because what we see on screen is not always how we, and when I first started getting involved, when I first came across it, it just popped up on YouTube. I wasn't searching for it or anything; it just came up in when it showed the various icons, and I thought, okay, I'll go watch this guy. And Miss Austin was there, and they were talking about things that, okay, I'm finding this interesting. I can sort of relate to it. I'm learning about something that I don't know much about. And then when he offered to, if anyone wanted to come and join in, I started joining in, and it was fun.
Yeah.
Well, it was fun for a long time, and it was interesting. But I never knew about any of the stuff that had gone on in the background. The previous, I didn't know the situation with Mrs. Austin or anything like that. And the more, Sammy, I think Mick was like you. When he met him in person at one of the gigs, he just, I think he picked up that there was something wasn't right there,
Yeah.
Especially to do with, what he's seen through his work.
I've unfortunately seen a bit of that as well, and look, it makes me uncomfortable, to be honest. When it and I will openly say this with gratitude, with so much gratitude. I've got amazing support workers that I work with, absolutely amazing, and they honestly bring out the best in me to achieve what I do in my day-to-day life. Right? It's amazing, and I was disgusted with some of the things that I'd seen just watching someone, that had obviously a disability take advantage of people, and they were supposed to be helping him, and I just thought, wow, and that was another thing that really turned me off. It really, because the fact is that everyone does things to try and get ahead in life, right? So support workers are working to the best of their ability to make sure that you can work to the best of your ability, right? So they're being selfless in helping somebody else. Yes, they're getting paid for it and it's a job, but you have to show each other respect. And the team I work with now, they're amazing. Like they said to me one day, one support worker I had, they're like, "Wow, you're so easy to work with, and nothing's hard when I'm working with you." And I was like, "It's because we respect each other. There's a level of respect, and I don't expect you to do anything. If I need help with something, I will ask for it, and if you can, with the best of your ability, you'll give back to me, and it'll be a two-way street. But I don't know. I've seen some pretty horrific things, and this is why I think the NDIS is a good thing. Like, it's a great thing for people that do the right thing with it. But for the people that take advantage and do the wrong thing, it just leaves a sour taste in my mouth, unfortunately. And I think the NDIS is a great scheme. I mean, if I didn't have it, I wouldn't be living by myself. I wouldn't be working on radio in Muswellbrook. I'd still be living with my mum and dad, because that'd be the only option I have. Where now I have support workers come in every morning to help me get ready for work. And when they do stuff that's as simple as helping me prepare my breakfast and making me a coffee, but it's the little things that actually help me get through my day, And I just thought to myself, if you can physically do something for yourself and you're just taking the piss, but you're taking the piss in a way that's in a way very, what's the term? Just not inappropriate. That's when the line has to be drawn. The thing that irritates me even more is he's working with support workers that it's happened to, but the support workers are too scared to actually move on. And you think to yourself, wow, if you're too scared to move on, what are the threats that he's actually made? For support workers to be in this position, because everybody has a choice in what they do. And that's what the NDIS is. It's all about choice and control. So it's helping people live their best life. The NDIS isn't designed for you to have it forever. It's designed to be able to facilitate you to be able to live an independent life with the help that you need, and that's it. It's not there. It's not there for to go on extravagant trips or whatever, and use support workers to go driving 50,000 miles. I mean, you can do that, but you have to justify why you need to do that. It's not a simple thing. Like, for instance, if I go back home, it takes me 4.5 hours to get home. Now, I used to catch the train to do that, and now I get support workers to drive me back to Wollongong, because physically I need the help. Like, I need help with my suitcase. I need help with my wheelchair. I need help with just getting in and out. And I used to be able to catch the train quite easily and do it myself. But then I had an accident last November where I got hit by a car, and ever since that day, I haven't had the strength on my right side to be able to physically be where I need to be able to do that independently. And that's been tough in itself. But I try and do things that in a way that's fair, so it doesn't rot the system, And I don't know. I just seen some stuff where I was just like, that's not cool. And
because Mick and I have had chats with him independently. Mick was a bit more aggressive, let's say, compared to what I was, and nothing either of us have said has sunk in. He just ignores everything. It's like a train going through a tunnel, in one ear and out the other.
Yeah, and that's got to be a bit disappointing for you guys as well. Like, I know for me, and this is, if I didn't have someone like Mick in my life, I probably wouldn't be where I am today, because he honestly, he helped me when I was a young kid. So I've known Mick since I was about 16, and I started seeing Mick as my singing teacher. So I would go to Mick once a week for singing lessons, and then it just turned into singing lessons once a week. And then his mum was so nice that she'd invite me over for dinner, and then singing lessons turned into a friendship. And we've had our ups and downs, and we've had our arguments, and there's been times where me and Mick haven't spoken for 3 months because we've had a major disagreement, and we're both as stubborn as each other. So we will literally sit on our fences, and it's usually someone else that will do something to bring us back together. And I said to Mick the last time we had a break where we didn't talk for 3 months, I said, mate, if we don't talk for 3 months again, I said, that's probably it, because it's either a good thing for us to be mates or it's a bad thing, whatever. But and we sorted it all out. But it's you start to realize who the good people in your life are and who the bad people are. And there's definitely some mainstays that I've got in my life, and then there's ones that have slowly fallen off. Like, I could probably count my close friends, on one hand.
And that's probably I've heard that before in life, that most of us have one or two good friends, and then there's others that you just catch up with every so often.
But there's always like your two solid mates that you can always rely on, and they'll pick you up just as much as you'll pick them up, and that's but other than, and that, even for me, that happened through doing stand-up comedy as well. I was thrust into this world of success, right, where for 5 nights a week I'd be performing to 300, maybe 600 people a night. And through that lifestyle and through the success, you get all these friends that just jump on board for the ride. So I had an abundance of people around, but they were always in it just to see what they could get. I could always get free tickets to big names or whatever, and I'd always have someone to go with. Like, there was, for instance, Smash Mouth's last tour, a bloke that I wasn't really mates with. I got 5 tickets to Smash Mouth's last tour for their Wollongong show, down in New South Wales. And I had 5 people that I wasn't really close friends with just jump on board, and they're like, oh yeah, this is awesome, like front row seats, all good. And then it happened a few times where I had all these mates, and then when things went to shit, when they eventually the straw broke the camel's back, basically, and something had happened within the social group that I was in, and there was this massive rift, and then all those friends sort of just went.
Yeah.
There was no one. Absolutely no.
I mean, I've had that in, obviously not quite the same situation, but definitely people, if they feel like there's something they can get from you, they can use you for whatever it may be, even if it's just, sometimes when people have had more money than me, but I find myself paying for the drinks or paying for lunch or paying, and I don't necessarily care, but you start realizing, like, when money's a bit short for you, it's like they don't want to go to lunch, or even you think in your mind, oh, they might pay for it this time. Or if they do get the alcohol, they're very stingy with it, where, say, I'll be, just help yourself, but they'll be like pouring like it's liquid gold, just like a little bit or whatever. It's just, that's why I don't really hang around with people or go out to town and pubs and stuff anymore. I keep to myself a lot. So I just find it's a lot of drama, or a lot of toxic people, or just people that want to use you for whatever it may be.
Yeah. Oh, and that actually happened with my ex-girlfriend. I I was in a relationship for 3.5 years, and I found myself I was always giving, and I was never receiving. I was always giving, and I just sort of there was a point where something had happened, and she took quite a substantial amount of money off me, and
Yeah, right.
it was money that I could have used to set myself up to go to Muswellbrook with, and she just took it off me, and I said, "Well, what'd you take?" And she couldn't give me an answer. She goes, "Oh, it's because I'm just taking what I was owed," and I was just like, "Well, you can fuck off," and that was the straw that broke the camel's back there. But and now I've met I've met a couple of amazing women in my life, and they all have equal sort of value, like equal sort of not value, but equal sort of
Yeah,
personality.
not users.
Yeah, and they're just really nice people to hang out with. So I made the decision that I'd rather just have three good female friends that I hang out with, and not tie myself down with anyone, and just
Yeah.
enjoy their company. And as soon as I told them that, like I said, I don't really want to tie myself down, but this is the situation and where I'm at right now. As soon as I told them that, they were so, they were like, "Oh, thank you for being honest."
Yeah.
Because,
And that's not to say that you might get closer to someone, but it's just sometimes it's easier just to, not rush into stuff and just enjoy people for who they are, and not like put a name to it or whatever it might be. Just yeah. And as you said, it's good to be upfront and honest about stuff like that, so both of you can agree if that's what you both want, and just go from there.
Yeah, and so that's where I'm at the moment, and I just think that, I think the key is that you have to be happy within yourself before you can give
Yeah.
anybody else, which is I'm working on it. I'm not quite there yet, but I'm definitely.
Yeah, that's it.
So.
And that's how I feel with myself. It's like working on myself as much as I can. I've come a long way from where I was a few years ago, but then, like you said, I'm not where I want to be, or there's a lot more I can work on. And I guess you have to go through a lot of stuff to get to where you want. It's like I've improved in ways, but there's plenty of more ways that I can work on myself and, improve in different areas. And I feel like I'd be doing that for the rest of my life, really, just trying to be a better person, just trying to react or just be the person that I want to be.
Yeah, that's it.
I'm finding now that I'm concentrating more on not just myself, but my home, my wife.
Yeah.
I still get a bit sidetracked and a bit concentric in terms I sort of tend to look after myself more than anything. I get a bit focused on things. But many years ago, I'm involved with a couple of groups, and one of the groups I've pulled back on a long way, and it's caused some problems over the years, and I've probably caused some problems there too, and that's one of the things that's sort of gone on over the weekend. I've been associated with someone that how can I say, we sort of knew this person was trouble, but we gave him the benefit of the doubt. And then there was a comment made on a private group, and that sort of sent the wheels in motion. However, in saying that, the person who made the post, I think, shouldn't have disclosed what was given to us, because it just I think it was bad timing on their behalf.
Yeah.
You know, I just don't think it should have been shared. Not now, anyway. I think it should have been, or if they're going to say anything, it should have been done differently. So that's caused problems, and I feel I was dragged into it because I didn't see the post when it initially went up. Like some of us, I'm on social media, but I don't always see things straight away. Mainly because of the way it comes up in the feed or something like that.
Yeah.
I find it surprising that some people do manage to see something straight away. It's obviously the way they've got their social media thing set up.
I'm unfortunate. I've got to be on social media probably a little bit too much, and I find it a little bit every now and then. I find it just a tad draining. So like even with the group chat that we have with the Just Rant already, again, it's no disrespect to you guys, but my phone literally goes 24/7, and I turned off the notifications the other day, not because I didn't want to see what was going on in the chat, but just when I'm trying to get through my workday and stuff like that and do what I need to do.
Yeah.
So clouds the importance of other more important things that I've got to do for work purposes. And I just thought, I'll turn off the notifications. And now, once a day I'll go through and I'll check it. And you'll probably notice that I'm not very conversational on there, but I might just jump in every now and then. And so, I'll go on and I'll check it once a day. But if I've missed a whole conversation thread, I'll sort of just leave it.
I'm much the same.
No,
It's
that's
just,
fine.
it's either usually because I'm driving and I just can't. As much as I want to interact sometimes, I just got to put it like Sammy, just put it aside and concentrate on other things.
Yeah, especially like that's the radio industry at the moment. Very social media centric. It's just I just find it.
I understand what you're saying, Sammy, and social media is a great tool, especially for you guys. I've tried to, educate some people in the community groups that I'm involved in, but they just don't want to use it to its potential, and and that's mainly because the people who are involved in the committees are older generation and they don't understand how the social media could be a benefit to them. So that's a bit.
Yeah, we've all got that nana that will write on your Facebook wall, I've just washed your undies. They're ready to be picked up, and you've just put that on my wall, and they're like, "Oh, didn't I just write a message to you?" And you're like, "No, no, you didn't. You've just posted that my undies are ready to be picked up." But
my mum's a little bit like that. She doesn't say shit like that, but like she gets confused of what's a message. I don't actually have her on my Facebook, but she's always asking me questions about how social media and shit works, and just how the news feed works, and just it's all very confused. But she used to be one of those people that, everyone's always on their bloody phone. And now every time I see her, she's bloody on hers doing some shit.
There's in 10 years' time, there's probably going to be some new whiz-bang thing, that we won't understand yet. The generations of the time will just be right with it. And they go, oh, yeah, you just do this, And so... Yeah. All right, guys, I'm gonna wrap it up. Thanks for the chat and listening.
No worries. It was great to speak to you.
On.
Yeah, no, me too.
I like a bit of waffle, especially with maple syrup.
Yeah. Thanks, Sammy. We'll catch up again soon, guys. And cheers for now. And good night, Australia.
I love that.
Take care, Mark.
Catch
See
you
you
later,
guys.
Mark. See you, mate. On that note,
There you
G,
go.
I think on that note, I think I'm going to head off too, mate. I'm getting close to 12, and I've got to be up at 6:30. So,
No worries, man. It was great to have a chat with you as always, and I'll speak to you soon. And take care.
no worries. Are you sticking around for a bit?
Well, there's not really anyone talking in the chat, so I might head off after you go. So,
Yeah, no worries. All good, mate. Well, thanks for having me on tonight. The chats have been good, and yeah,
you're
I'll
always
stay,
welcome.
I'll stay in touch with the Facebook chat, and whenever there's a stream that pops up, I'll see if I can jump on and yeah, enjoy it.
All
But
right, sweet as, man.
thanks, brother.
All right, take care, bro.
All right, mate.
Speak to you
See ya.
soon.
Where am I going?
And there you go, everyone. The whole one person that's probably still lurking. I'm sure we all know who that is. Maybe I'll try and push it to 4 hours. But if you're not lurking, let me know if you're in the chat or if you want to chat. If you're just lurking in the back, I'm sure we all know who you are. But yeah, we had Benji on. He was here lurking in the StreamYard app in the background. I saw him lurking before I jumped on. So I had a little bit of a chat to him before I went live. Yeah, as I said, I shoveled some food down. Oh man, too much cold Pepsi. Yeah, had to shovel my food down so I could jump on live. And yeah, Benji was on. Then Sammy joined us. Well, actually, Nick did for a bit, and then he had a phone call and he left. And then Sammy joined, not knowing that Nick was on. And then Mark joined, and then Nick came back. So yeah, appreciate all those guys, even though, I'm sure they're not going to go back and watch this. Roger plays these back though, so hello Roger. If you're playing this back, hello to you. Shout out to the Royal Prawn, the pirate himself, the Pirate King. Yeah, the weather's been a bit crazy, so it's going to be good to be able to turn all these lights off when I head off. So otherwise, I'll be like this on stream. You can look at this. I'll be like that. At least it kind of hides my ugly face a bit, so that's a positive. But I guess that looks a little bit better, so everyone can see. My voice sounds crazy at the moment. I sound like an old man. But yeah, I'll head off. It's bloody hot here, and the storm's happening, so it's humid as. So yeah, it's going to be fun to do Funkin' Hungry, eating like certain foods. See, it's going to be crap doing hot food because when it's hot food, you're not really in the mood for hot food. But also, people like someone joked, AJ joked and said, do icy pole or whatever he called them reviews. They're pretty crap when it's hot anyway because ice cream and all that stuff melts so quickly when it's hot anyway. Yeah, what's the humidity? It's only 63% humidity. High winds. Obviously, the sun's gone, so it's just that heat that's just lurking, like the person in the chat, just lurking in the background. Yeah, it's going to be definitely fun doing videos from here on, not even live videos. But yeah, if you are watching this back as well, I had the fan on today, so I might play this back after I'll probably go do stuff and forget. But I'll play this back at some stage just to see how much that fan interferes. It's actually that way. Well, it's not that way. It's this way. But on the screen, it's role reversed. Yeah, I'll see how loud that fan is in the back because because of these bloody lights I've got on, I'm going to probably need a fan just to get through these live streams. But we'll see. Even the dog's huffing and puffing. It's too hot for him. Why aren't you sleeping? What are you looking at? I'm going to go to sleep. I'm going to go sleep. We're live. We're live, soul. Do you know what live is? You want to go live? But yeah, it's going to be interesting times ahead because this is only spring and bloody hell, it's like in the 30s already. So it's going to be 40 plus when it gets into summer. So we'll see how we go. Might need a bit more of mine. And don't worry, everyone, this is only antibacterial bloody hand gel. It's not anything dodgy. No, it's not Robbo the Disabled Vlogger. I don't have my tissue paper laying around, so I can go have some hanky-panky after. Yeah, it's definitely going to be fun to do these live streams not when it's hot. Yeah, I'll try my best to entertain the whole, 1.5 people that watch. Was it 2.5 men? That's pretty much my audience. 2.5 men. Who's the half? I'm not sure. Or I could say who it is, but I won't. Anyway, we'll be wrapping up this stream soon. As always, I appreciate everyone watching. The people that did watch. We had the regulars in the chat today, but we didn't have any, there was nothing too crazy going on. Besides Sammy telling us his little stories. Yeah, I'm not sure how the next stream will go. Might do Friday, but I'll most likely do Saturday. And yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll have a chat to people and see if we can try and come up with something a little bit fun to do. I don't know what it'll be. So I know we spoke about maybe I'll speak to people and see if we can do I don't know. We'll try and make them more fun because some people were saying how boring they were. Yeah, we'll see what we can do. We'll see if we can come up with some crazy shit to do. But yeah, either way, I like these streams where I don't plan who comes on. It's just whoever's not busy. So you'll be seeing obviously all sorts of people when they're not busy. Shout out to Mrs. Austin as well because she sometimes watches all of these streams. So she might play this back if she does. Hello. Yeah. It's always lovely to have all of you lovely people in the chat and have all the lovely people up on the live panel, or whatever words they use to call this. This dog is huffing and puffing. Might have to try and air this room out. Probably all these lights will just create a heat. It's probably not that hot, but just all of the lights, probably making it hot as in here. Hey, fella. And I don't know where all these little bloody flies are coming from. Anyway, all right. Just trying to drag it on like a dragon. Knights of the Round Table. And you're crazy if you're lurking just to listen to me. It's getting windy out there though. I'm pretty sure there was a storm. I heard some thunder and lightning earlier on. Yeah, I reckon it's raining, but it's not. Anyway, this is G the Hyper Sapien, Funkin' Hungry, G Funk, whatever the hell you want to call me. I love you all, and I'll see you soon. Most likely Friday, but we'll see. We'll probably have a couple of pre-recorded videos as well for you to check out. But anyway, catch you.